All right, Steve, 6:59. I'll try to call him.
You're live now, guys. We're live.
Okay, here we are.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Horizon Husky Stadium. My name is Todd Dixon. I'm along with Rich Piper in the stands with our roving reporter, and Tim Storrs providing color commentary for the third game of the season for your Pinnacle Pioneers. Pinnacle coming in at 2-0, Horizon 0-2, and we're
I'm going to announce the captains for this evening's game. Captains for the Huskies: number 2, Chris Garillo; number 3, Isaac Erickson; number 9, Nash Giffen; and number 50, Ryan Hoey. Captains for the Pioneers: number 2, Spencer Rattler; number 23, Quentin Powell; number 25, Almec Juntanen; and 70, Matt Mickelson.
Should be an outstanding game tonight, Tim. Horizon and Pinnacle. This is the 12th straight time they've played each other. Pinnacle comes in with an 11-0 record.
11-0 record. And Todd, you were telling me earlier that their average margin of victory is 17 points.
Right. There's been some close games. A couple years ago, a double overtime win with Spencer. They called Spencer's number, and Spencer Rattler, that's the number 1 QB in the nation, folks. He's out tonight with a sprained ankle. J.D. Johnson came in last week in relief. Yep. But Spencer, they called his number, and he won on a double overtime. You remember that run?
That's correct.
So,
but, you know, if something would happen to J.D., we have Futuros that's standing behind him. But if Spencer would have to go, he's got his stuff here, and he can get the nod, and he can go tonight.
Well, something that's amazing, you consider J.D. Johnson's following Spencer Rattler and Brian Lewerke as the starting quarterback. Last week when Spencer was thrown into action, what did the kid do? At his very first time, set a school record for QB rating.
Yeah, pretty incredible. So J.D.'s, he's going to pick up right where Spencer left off with no lack of enthusiasm or effort. Really, there's no loss of strength there. J.D. is one of the best backup quarterbacks in the state, and Pinnacle has the luxury of having him. So
I would go nation. I'd go beyond state. The kid's already got offers from University of Arizona, Colorado State. I think UNLV is offered, and look for that to continue. He's got a laser arm.
So with Spencer Rattler sitting out, there's some rhyme and reason to that. Next week we go out to California and play Jay Sierra, and it's more precautionary here. Pinnacle comes in ranked number 1 in the state, and Horizon isn't even ranked.
Well, they're at 5A. I think they're 10. It's a short kick to start here, folks. Fielded at about the 18, up to the 20-25. Got a little bit of a crease to the 35, all the way up to the 40-yard line. Horizon's going to start with pretty good field
Cornwell,
position.
number 40 on the return. Cromwell, I'm sorry. And number 27 on the tackle was Cooper Dirk.
So you're going to see Pinnacle start off on defense, which they like to do, actually. And, they come out, and that's that traditional 4-3 look that you'll see. 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 safeties, 2 corners. And it looks like more of a traditional cover 2 when you look at the safeties. Horizon's quarterback this evening is number 3, Isaac Enriquez. He's a senior, 6 foot, 185-pounder. And they're going to come out with the twins right and a I formation look. It's going to be a play action. It's going to go to his right, hits his receiver to the 45, the 50, down to the 45-40. Look out, folks, 30, 25-20.
That's number 9,
wow.
Nash Giffen.
All the way down. That's a touchdown. And, this is a rivalry game. Pinnacle is a huge favorite coming in here tonight, but I'm here to tell you, with a rivalry game, you never know what's going to happen. Horizon 0-2 on the year had 2 tough teams that beat them.
Right.
It's a trap game for Pinnacle.
It is a trap game. And, Quentin Powell, number 23, was on the coverage there. It was a nice little screen pass out there to Giffen, number 9. He is one of their star players. He plays a lot bigger than he is. I believe he's 5'10", and I think he's probably about 170, 180 pounds. He's actually a friend of the family. He's a great kid. And, I'm a Husky at heart. This is where I graduated. I do
first graduating class.
First graduating class.
To say that.
And out of Horizon High School, but I do bleed a little bit of blue now. So.
Well, that's I'll tell you what, Pinnacle, if they come out too flat here, we could be in for a dogfight. Because, again, we're 11-0 all time. And for Horizon, this is kind of their, if you will, Super Bowl in a way.
It is.
They've never beaten Pinnacle. And the fact that for the first time in school history, starting last week, we're ranked number 1 in 6A, and Horizon dropped to 5A, and I think they're 10th.
And because they dropped to 5A, and this is a rivalry game, they are earlier up on the schedule this year. Normally, this is the last game of the season with these two schools, and usually it has an impact during
for playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. One year, Horizon had an 0-10 or 0-11 record, and if they won, they were in. If they didn't, they were out.
That's when we had the Super 16 playoff series, right? Well, so a little adversity early for the Pioneers. 11:42 left. Horizon scores on a one-play drive to go up 7-0. And for Pinnacle back deep's number 1, Caleb Covington, I see. And
Quinn Powell, I believe, is number.
And it's going to be fielded in the end zone. No, they called it dead. Actually, that's 13, I believe, Tim. And that's Cade Horton, wide receiver, 5'10", 155.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to be offsides against the Huskies, so they're going to re-kick that one, I'm sure.
Well, this probably got the attention of the entire sidelines going, hey, guys, we got a football game tonight.
Yeah, a little wake-up call.
When we say trap game, we've just beaten last week Mountain Point and the week before Perry. They were ranked number 2 and 3 respectively in the state, and we blew them out, both of them, by over 20 points. And next week we play the toughest team on our schedule on paper, J. Sarah out of California, ranked 65th in the country. So tonight,
that game's on a Saturday.
It's on a Saturday, yes. So kickoff return team out. Let's see if we can get a nice return and set things up for the boys. It's going to be a little bit shorter, fielded by the upback. That's number 5, Mac Franklin. Fumbled, picked back up, and he's going to be down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Great coverage there by the Huskies. They covered that up. Number 40 led the tackle there. Comwell.
Well, you called out Nash Griffin, number 9, on that touchdown before. He's also playing linebacker for the Huskies.
Yeah,
he's probably their best player.
Yeah, he plays both ways.
And he was the 66th, the best prospect for all seniors in the state of Arizona. So the kid can play. There's no question. So here comes J.D. Johnson, number 10, offered already. He's Spencer's backup, I think the best backup in the United States. Watch this kid play. Went off last week.
And Giffen's been on varsity 3 years.
JD's going to come out. He's going to fire right away. It's complete up to the 30, 31-yard line, and that's
Jepson, number 22.
Yep, Jack Jepson. Jepson's had a good year coming in.
So Pinnacle's going to just try to find their stride here, 10 yards at a time, and kind of take it and see where that goes.
Jepson on the year came into tonight with 7 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown. Good possession receiver. Pioneer's going to come out with a double twins look. JD's going to go under center with a single back. Horizon looks like they're going to blitz. They are. JD's going to run to his right, try to get out of trouble. Good job avoiding the rush. Great throw. Jepson couldn't hold on.
No, that was a great throw under a lot of pressure there.
Well, Horizon's trying to put some pressure on him. They don't want to give him all day to throw, so they brought at least one linebacker. I saw the outside backer coming. That'll create a 3rd and 6 for Pinnacle. These schools are only 5 miles apart, folks.
Correct.
So a lot of these kids know each other because they played together in youth sports growing up as kids, and the boundaries are so close together. Here's Johnson, and it's going to be a play action. Rolls to his left. It's complete. Look out to the 40-yard line, 45, 50. We got a little bit of room to the 45, to the 40, off to the races. We go to the 30, 25, 20. He's not going to get caught. That's a touchdown for Pinnacle. Caleb Covington.
So that shows you the speed of this team this year. I mean, Caleb, it was just a flat-out foot race there, and it totally outran the defender there. He excels when you throw him and get him involved in a play in space. That's where he shines. He's impossible to tackle.
He is so fast, and he's also the same kid that has all those jump cut moves. Coming in tonight, Covington had 178 yards on the year receiving, so he's averaging 89 a game.
Here's the kick. It's up.
It's good.
Malvick knocks that one through. I believe that's Malvick.
Got it.
There's Rich, our sideline reporter, also doubling as the guy to catch every ball and move every 6-year-old out of the way to get it. Good job, Rich.
I got skill. I'm suiting up tonight, boys.
So Jansen Malvick is sharing some of the kicking duties for the varsity squad. Malvick is number 82, and Dominic Persy is the other kicker, and he also shares with some of the kicking.
Well, so
Percy's 87. So you got 82 and 87 at a distance. They kind of look the same sometimes. So if we miss one, folks, I apologize.
We have ran 1 minute and 15 seconds off the clock so far in this game, and we're already knotted up at 7. So I think the Vegas over-under here is maybe 100.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Pinnacle's defense can tighten up after that first drive. Good scheme by Horizon. Give them credit, to hit what they did. But great job by JD and Caleb.
Absolutely.
You hit Caleb in Covington in the open field. Look out.
That, yeah.
He's our version of Barry Sanders. Fast forward 20 years later.
Quentin Powell, with no discredit, he's also lightning fast, number 23.
So the kickoff this time is by number 82, and that is, to the 22-yard line. Nice stick on defense. But that was Malvik, I believe, that kicked off.
It was Malvik. Big hit by number 35, Tutter Brooks.
Some newer kids on special teams tonight that you're going to hear some names we may not have called before. Great job on coverage. So now, 21-yard line, Pinnacle D coming out. Hopefully can get a little bit better effort. I mean, a 1-yard drive, you never want to see that. Your starting defense tonight, safeties, you got number 11, Kyle Bryant. On the other side, I believe, is number 20, and that's Trevor Crawford. Corners are number 23, Quentin Powell. And on the other side, you've got, hold on a sec, it's a run up the middle, doesn't go anywhere.
Tackle made by number 25 there, Juntanen.
So that's Jack Havner at your left corner tonight, folks. He's number 28. Linebackers is number 25, Amrik Juntanen, who's going to play both ways. Number 31 is Maya. He's your middle linebacker. And number 5 is Mac Franklin, a junior.
A lot of speed at the linebacking position there. They get a lot of the tackles.
You got Shane Sunday as the right defensive end. And Horizon's going to come out. They've got Twins left. And Enriquez is going to go in the shotgun. Pinnacle playing the base D. And it's going to be another run up the middle. Not a lot of room, maybe 3 or 4 yards, although second effort. Goodness. Boy, a pretty good gain. They had him bottled up, and he just ran.
Yeah, and he got an extra 3 or 4 yards out of that.
The rugby scrum going forward there, folks.
Pushing the line.
To round out that starting defense for Pinnacle, you got number 99, Jacob Jamelli in there. Now he's getting subbed out.
So Alonzo Amaya was number 31 on that last tackle.
Got Padway number 72 coming in the game. Enriquez in the gun again. Spread formation, and we got some movement on the line.
Yeah, I don't know if that's against.
The right tackle for Pinnacle, big number 71, Drew Aker. He's
that's encroachment against Pinnacle.
So that's going to give the Huskies a free 5 yards and a first down.
Well, defensive coordinator Andrew Hurley, a little bit of adversity early here. On the left end, you got number 95, Clark Rea, 5'11", 195. Rea had himself a ball game last week. Played really well. And you've got number 52. That's Big Sam. That's a Kwabu. 6'1", 280 at the left tackle. So here we are. 1st and 10, Horizon. Twins, double twins, to the left and to the right. Motion to the right. And it's going to be a fake. Enriquez goes up the middle. He's got a whole look at. He's up to the 45, up to the 50. That's another first down. So
nice
the read option.
He's getting right through that secondary there. Number 11 on the tackle, Kyle Bryant. Yeah, they're getting penetration coming through there.
Number 95, Clark Ray, is hobbling a little bit coming out of the game. So you're going to have number 74, and that is Jackson Kelly checking in. 1st and 10, Horizon from the 49 of Pinnacle. Twins to the left. Enriquez in the shotgun. They're going to motion to go overload. Fake jet sweep, and Enriquez is going to keep it himself again to the 45, over to 40.
He does quite a bit of rushing for the Huskies. That's one to watch. And they're going to have to cue on him. Juntanen, number 25 on the tackle there for the Pioneers, but that's a gain of another 7 yards. He gets a lot of rushes.
Juntanen came into tonight with 22 tackles on the year, averaging 11. That would be a Pioneer record if he can keep that average up throughout the year. Great athlete, number 25, Juntanen. So Horizon's having some success on offense. Through the years they always have.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been tough on the offensive side of the ball. 2nd and 3 for the Huskies. And stop and play by the referees. They're showing us some different looks, Tim, but you're right. They're really just relying on the athleticism, I believe, of their quarterback.
Number 6, Rudolph, for the Huskies, had something wrong with his equipment, so they took him out, something with the helmet.
So Twins left for Enriquez, split right, tight end to the right. 2nd and 3, Pinnacle in the base, not showing any blitzes. Motion. Design rollout to the right, and Enriquez is just going to tuck it and try to run for it, and he's going to get there. First down yardage down to the 35 of the Pioneers.
Maya, number 31, again on the tackle there.
He's got some wheels.
He does. He does. He does a lot of the runs for the Huskies there.
He can run, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah. It's Enriquez and Giffen. And Garillo does a lot too, number 2.
So a lot of substitutions coming in on the line. Number 9, Russell Johnson, the defensive end, junior, 6'1", 205, checks in at the defensive end spot.
I'm not sure who's down.
That's number 5, Mac Franklin. He's the outside linebacker, folks, and he's a good player. So, you know, the injury bug, I guess I'll bring this up now. We heard earlier today, and, you know, thoughts and best wishes goes to Matty Goodlow, the running back for Pinnacle who went down last week, is going to miss the rest of the season with he's got an ACL and an MCL both on his knee.
Right.
So
and that's sad because, you know, he had his first few games were absolutely phenomenal. But you know what? Rested, he's a junior. He's got a whole nother year ahead of him.
He'll be back.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But yeah, it's something that you cannot rush, unfortunately, that type of injury. You hate to see that happen. And in high school, and with the artificial turf and stuff like, you see it more and more nowadays.
Well, it happened to him. It was a clean hit from the Mount Point guy. It's just, you know, if you're running back, that can happen to you at times. So the Huskies with 1st and 10 from Pinnacle's 36. Knotted up at 7:30 left in the first quarter. Enriquez in the shotgun. Got twins to the right. Single back. And Pinnacle's going to stay in the base 4-3. I don't see any backers moving. And another read option. This time they sniff it out. Great job.
Sunday, number 81.
On
the tackle.
Shane Sunday, number 81. He's just done a phenomenal job, folks. He goes both ways. He plays defensive end, and he also is a fantastic tight end for the Pioneers.
You know what my thing, Todd, is you know, they're going to get away with this a few times, but eventually Pinnacle's going to figure it out.
Well, it's adjustments.
Yep.
You know, it's just figuring out what they're trying to do. And again, you know, they're 0-2, but they were both close games to both pretty good teams, too. So this is no cupcake tonight.
No.
They're really not.
And like I said, it's a rivalry game, so that can go.
That
means nothing. What happened prior means nothing.
I agree. Double twins look in the shotgun for Enriquez. He's going to just run again up the middle. Boy, I tell you.
Just puts his head down and goes for it.
Yeah, good effort. We had 2 or 3 kids in there. I think he was finally taken down, it looks like, by Crawford.
Yeah, number 20.
Late flag on the play.
What do you got, Rich?
Can't see. It came from the home side.
And
it's like a face mask, personal foul against Pinnacle.
Well, that's going to tack on another 15. Well, if the kids are a little bit asleep or may have overlooked these guys, I think this is going to be the wake-up call. What do you say, Tim?
Maybe.
Because
well, the thing is we can put up points pretty quick, but now here, you know, you're talking about time of possession here where Horizon is controlling this game right now. You know, they had one quick score, and now they've had the ball this whole time because
they started at their own 21.
Correct.
So you're correct. Enriquez is going to come out in the shotgun. Horizon has 1st and 10 from their 15-yard line. Double twins look again, spread, single back, and stoppage of play.
You know, it's tough to score on defense, but I want to bring to a point. Pinnacle has not had a turnover yet this season.
No.
And they've caused 6.
Right.
And capitalized with points on 5 of those 6, I believe. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah. I'm looking at the side-by-side stats. And, yeah, we've had 6 and given away 0. We're back to live action. Good job by the defensive line to stuff that.
And Nash Giffen, number 9, is the ball carrier there.
Seen a lot of substitutions come in. And, you know, here's the thing you got to realize. With Goodlow going down, your running backs now become your starting linebackers. And that's Junton, number 25, and Maya, number 31. So you're going to see, especially on the D-line, a lot of substitutions tonight, I would imagine.
And they use Covington, and they use also Quentin Powell back there, too, sometimes. So you got a little bit of everything going up. It depends on what they're trying to pull off.
So 2nd and 9 from the 12-yard line. Horizon comes out, double twins again, shotgun. Enriquez going to do the read option and then throw the ball, and covered up nicely by Quentin Powell, number 23.
Yeah, not much on that one. Maybe a yard gain.
And we'll give him that all day long. Number 23, folks, Quentin Powell, the corner that just made that. We call him Q. Is the fastest player on this field. He runs a sub-4.4 40-yard dash. I think he was clocked at 4.39 in California.
That's crazy.
So, and he goes both ways as well. He plays on offense, and he's a huge weapon when he gets out in the open. So huge 3rd down, biggest 3rd down of the game, safe to say, with 5:23 left, and the score is knotted up at 7.
And, I don't know. If you're Horizon, do you go for it this early? Maybe. They do have one of the premier kickers in the state.
Army.
Yep.
Yeah, great kicker. So Twins left. Enriquez might look for that read option. They're going to overload again. Is it going to be a jet sweep? No, Enriquez is going to turn it up the middle, and he may have gotten there. It's going to be close. He's down to the 6, I believe.
I think he's going to come a little short.
Is he? A yard or two? What they're doing is they're running Twins to the left, and they have that kid come through in motion, and they're going to either give the jet, it's a jet sweep, or the QB's going to keep it and go right up the middle.
He pulls that. So the offense is staying out.
So huge 4th down, folks. 4th and 2. Gigantic. They may try to draw him off sides here, too. D-line's got to be careful. Trips to the right. Enriquez in the gun. And are they going to try to draw him off? I think so.
Yeah.
Pinnacle D-line.
Timeout.
Yeah, they just got to understand.
Because that's a timeout.
So they were trying to get a free one with drawing him off sides. So you're going to see their kicker come in. And again, he is one of their best players.
Why they're changing, going through the timeout there, the Pinnacle Football and the Pioneer Football Club would like to personally thank all the dedicated sponsors for the generous support in helping all the Pinnacle Football student athletes reach their goals on and off the field. Please make sure you stop in and visit all our sponsors during your day-to-day routine and thank them for supporting the program and our kids. Our championship level sponsor this year is Hayes Cooling and Heating. Hayes Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. It pays to call Hayes, the last HVAC company in Phoenix you'll ever need, the most dependable provider of quality-driven air conditioning service, repair, and maintenance in the Greater Valley. Visit them at hayescoolingandheating.com for details.
So I had them come to my house today because we had a leak on our air conditioner, and I can't.
Well, there you go. You're supporting the program. Thanks a lot, Todd.
Shout out to Justin from Hayes. The kid was awesome. He did a great job. He stayed until everything was fixed. So there you go, folks. I'm now a client of Hayes, and I tell you, I was very I was very happy with him today. It was good. All right, so on 4th and 2, Cole Johnson, number 23 for Horizon, is coming in to kick. He's got an offer from Army to play at the next level, and this kid is a weapon. He can hit from 45 or 50 pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
So this is more of a chip shot for him to take the 10-7 lead.
And we've had the luxury of some premier kickers the last probably about 8 years.
Yeah, he's right through there. Boy,
and
he had
that's
some
going
leg
to
on
attack another 3 on the board. So with 4:35 left in the first quarter, Horizon jumps up on top of Pinnacle 10-7. But again, the Pioneers haven't had the ball that much. The offense had a pretty quick score, so we'll see where this one goes. A lot of game left here, folks. A lot of game.
Yeah, I think we just wanted to give the offense a rest.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good analogy, Rich.
Rich, where are you? I'm trying to find
the 20-yard line on the north home side.
So we have our roving reporter, Rich, who's going to be last year, I think, or did he try to kidnap the Husky?
I don't know. He's
been successful. You know what? You guys could have not said anything.
Yeah,
Rich was going to try to kidnap their mascot and get an interview. I don't think it worked too well. But we'll be going to Rich throughout the broadcast.
You think it's hot now? You should wear that Husky hat. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll go over really well.
120 degrees inside that thing, and it smells really good, too.
So your kick return team comes back out. Caleb Covington, number 1, he's the one that just scored on that long pass play for the Pioneers.
And Cade Horton, number 3, is also back deep.
Or is it 13? Yeah,
13.
13, yeah. Cade Horton. Your up backs are Alonzo Maya, number 31. He's your middle linebacker. And number 6, that's Cameron Tardio. And you got Clay Zupke in front of him, number 24. And Andrew Brooks, also up there, linebacker, running back. So Horizon to kick. And he puts a nice boot into this. Are we going to have a chance? Yes, we are. Okay, it's to the 5, to the 10, up to the 15, to the 20. We got a little bit of hole. Look out to the...
Oh, and he got tripped.
Sniper.
He tripped up himself.
Yeah.
So we had Horton with a nice return, and that had a lot more on it if he didn't stumble there.
I'm surprised they let him do that because he caught that ball with his right foot in the end zone. They're not supposed to.
Well, I don't know. I said where the ball breaks the plane, or is it...
Good question. Yeah, good question. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from around 28, but you're right. He had some room.
Oh, yeah.
And, on these turf fields, that can happen. Snipers can get you.
So J.D. Johnson, number 10 at the helm for the Pioneers.
Pinnacle's going to come out on a trips right look with Marcus Lidman, number 3, Covington, number 1, and Quentin Powell, number 23. That's a lot of speed on one side of the ball.
So this is J.D.'s first actual official start as a varsity player. He is a junior, so you're getting a good look at the quarterback of the future. He will be the starting quarterback next year for the Pioneers.
Pure spread look, and he's going to look right, look left. He's going to take off and run. Shows a nice little move. Gets up to the 35 for about 8 yards.
Yeah, eight, maybe 9 yards. Tackle made by number 9, Nash Giffen.
And he gets up hobbling a little bit. Boy, that's not, you don't want to see that tonight.
Yeah, when you split the wide outs, they were in a 0-5 formation. He had plenty of room to run it right up the middle. One guy to beat, 8 yards.
Well, you take what the defense will give you, and it's the same formation pretty much, although we got a little slot left. Still trips right. Quentin Powell in motion. Here comes Q to the left. Design rollout, and they're going to, incomplete ball.
A little too much smoke on that one, but definitely catchable. The intended receiver was Crawford, number 20.
Or 28, Jack
28.
Jack Havner. So they're taking Havner on the offensive side of the ball now. He's usually your starting corner. I haven't seen him on offense yet.
So, that just goes to tell you, Todd, all the versatility. These guys can play anywhere, any position pretty much.
We got a lot of athletes.
Yes, we do.
3 minutes, 53 seconds left in the first quarter, folks. Johnson in the shotgun. Here comes Q to the left. Again, similar. And they're going to hit the same exact play. This time good for first down yardage up to the 45-yard line. And who'd they target there? Same receiver. So they ran the same play pretty much. And Havner comes down with it this time. That's his first catch on the year, I believe.
So if you miss it the first time, why not try it again,
Well, the scheme's there.
Yep.
So here come the Pioneers. Hurry up offense. Double twins formation, shotgun, no running back. And we're going to get...
That's going to be a false start.
Although
the Huskies were really moving around, they were not ready.
Well, I wonder, it's going to be on offense. And we had 3 or 4 kids jump, so I don't know if it was a snap count issue or 3 or 4 kids that just didn't have it together. But in any event, that'll create a 1st and 15 for Pinnacle.
Right where we want him. JD's better at 1st and 15 than he is at 1st and 10.
That's kind of a QB trait for Pinnacle, isn't it? Spencer's the same way. JD back. He's going up top this time. Look out, folks. And here it is, a complete down to the 25 to the 20-foot race. Good night. Libman touchdown.
Nice catch by Marcus Libman. He had a great game last week. He was one of the star performers last week against Mountain Point, and you might as well just turn around and do it again. Marcus Libman.
First catch on the night, folks, on the season, 157 yards with 3 touchdowns and averaging 78.5 a game. Kid's a weapon.
Yes, he is.
So that's his 12th catch on the year, and he does have speed to burn. And you'll see that next year, you're right, because they're both juniors, both JD and Libman.
All right, I'm back here with the kids. Here we go. Kick is up.
And it looks like it's good. Yes, it is. And that was, I believe, Malvik, number 82.
Jason Berbernis.
Rich, did you catch it?
Defensive back for Horizon on that play.
Did Rich catch that one? I didn't catch it, guys. He's down there with the kids. He's setting up his halftime interviews. Well, just like that,
boy.
Pinnacle on offense, two drives, 2 scores.
Folks, our touchdown level sponsor this year is Marley's Desert Ridge, bringing the best part of family, friends, and sports fans, serving up a varsity team on game days for dinner. A testament to great service, excellent food, and a welcoming atmosphere for our community. The Marley's brand wouldn't be much without their loyal guests. This is the place to go after the Friday night varsity games to catch up on the highlights there. Visit marleys.com for details. And hopefully we'll see you there tonight. It's right between these 2 schools.
It's always the place to go, isn't it?
It is.
Quick shout out to Wisconsin, to Don Ardall, who's been watching these broadcasts for over 5 years. He's the father of special teams coordinator Eric Ardall. Eric was telling me earlier he actually tailgates for this.
Wow.
So he sets it up and gets the fire going. So shout out to you, Don. Here's the kick, and it's going to go down. Going to be fielded at about it's a fumble back into the end zone. So that'll end up being a touchback.
Yeah, and Malvik, number 82 on that kickoff. So the Huskies will start off on their own 20. We'll take it.
Well, a lot of offense so far, not a lot of D. I mean,
like I said, time of possession has all been Horizon because Pinnacle's come in and
quick
I think the key to Horizon keeping this game close is to keep our offense off the field, possibly.
Yeah.
Hey, 1st and 15. That's right where we want him. We score a touchdown. Imagine if it was 3rd and 15, we might get like a 14-point play.
I have to check the rule book on
that. 14
That's
points in one shot.
All right, so here we are, folks. It's 1st and 10 Horizon at their own 20. Pinnacle, same 4-3 look. Enriquez is the quarterback for the Huskies, number 3. He's in the gun. And another read option. This time they bottle it up. You can see the adjustment on Pinnacle on the D-line. They're not going to allow Enriquez to go straight at the gun anymore.
No, not anymore. And you could see that. He's trying to pull that ball. He's got that option. Either hand it to number 9, Nash Giffen, who's, kind of rushing to the right there. But, at the last second, he can either give it or pull it, and he pulls it.
So, folks, those of you wondering about Spencer Rattler, he has an ankle sprain, and he's sitting tonight out. If he had to, if this is a playoff game, he probably could play.
He's got his gear here. If something gets serious or whatever, they can dress him, and he can be in.
But we need him next week, and it's a long season, so he's going to let JD kind of take the reins. Here's the pass on first down. It's complete up to the 36-yard line.
Nice open field tackle by number 25, Juntanen.
That was Jay Rudolph for the Huskies. He's their tight end. He's a big kid, 6'4", 205. So a little challenge for the Pinnacle defense. You see number 81 checking in, and that's Shane Sunday.
74, Jackson Kelly coming out.
He's your left side end. You got Anthony Franklin, the only sophomore on varsity. He's number 9, your right side end. He's a big kid, 230. First and 10, Horizon. Twins left. Enriquez, another read option. This time he's going to hand it to the back. Cuts up. Good backside pursuit by Maya.
And that's Giffen, number 9 on the carry, and Maya, number 31 on the tackle. Gain of a few.
Yep, it'll create a second and 8 or 9, call it. They like that read option.
They do.
I think that's their strategy here.
It is. Well, again, you do this and you get 10 at a time, you use the clock to your advantage. That keeps Pinnacle offense off the field.
Yep, and yet we still have 14 in the first quarter. We're averaging 55, 56 points a game after 2 weeks. Pretty insane. Twins left, Enriquez in the gun. Another read option. And there's a hole this time, and he's going to get up for first down yardage and continue the feet moving, finally taken down at the 45.
Number 24, Clay Zupke, and number 7, Greg Alley on the tackle.
That was number 9 for that's
Giffen.
Nash Griffin. Yeah, that's their stud. That's
Giffen.
who we got to stop is Giffen. He's their main weapon. Although Enriquez looks pretty good at quarterback. Kid's quick. So Huskies first and 10, their own 48. Pinnacle D looking at each other going, all right, guys, what are we going to do? Got to get a stop here. Same spread formation with Twins one side. Split right, Twins left. Have an up back to the right. Gives it a balanced look. Another read option. This time they're going to hand it off up the middle for
Garillo.
maybe 5.
Nice second effort by Garillo. And that's big number 71.
Well, they're getting some
tackle.
success up the middle, so what do? You put in number 52, Big Sam
Akwabu.
He's the 280-pounder, number 52.
200.
280.
Just got to round it up.
Yeah, it's
3.
Well, he's close to 3 bills. Or what do you have for
got
dinner?
him listed as 3, so just round up.
So 2nd and 3. Horizon this time is going to show a trips right look. A little different. Big Sam in there to try to plug up the middle. Shut down that read option. This time they're going to throw. Enriquez goes to his right. They're going to go up top. Receiver's got a step, and it was a well-thrown ball. Receiver couldn't come down.
There's a flag there, too.
And on coverage, who do we have on coverage there? Struggling with a number there, Tim.
I think it's 2.
Is that number 2?
No, that's not. No, I can't see that.
That's not Spencer Rattler.
I think it's 8, Kenji Rowland.
So Kenji Rowland on coverage, and they're going to get him for pass interference. The receiver had a step, and it was a well-thrown ball, so I don't know if they got tangled up in between, but in any event, that's going to create another Horizon first down.
Little under 30 seconds left in the quarter.
You never know with rivalry games, guys. You just don't.
Well, like I said, Pinnacle's had to touch the ball twice, put 7 up each time.
A lot of times it comes down to the battle of the trenches. Who's going to wear who down by the second half. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But Horizon, first and 10 from the 30 of Pinnacle. Twins left. Shotgun formation. Enriquez is going to go read option. Hand it off up the middle. And this time they do a nice job of bottling them up.
Number 9 on the tackle for the Pioneers, Russell Johnson.
Johnson, a junior, 6'1", 205. On the interior there to try to help out, you see number 71. That's Drew Acorn. Big Sam's over at left tackle.
This will probably be, no, they're just going to let the clock run.
Yeah, and then you got Shane Sunday over there. So after the first quarter, Horizon keeping it close. Closer than I think a lot of people would have thought. 14 to 10.
A lot of game left there, though, folks. A lot of game. So, folks, one of our team captain sponsors this year is Coach to Health. At Coach to Health, we help you realize lifelong transformation. Lose 2 to 5 pounds a week and get personal with a personal health coach. Proven nutrition gets you where you want to go. Achieve your healthy weight, increase your energy and confidence. The life you want is waiting. All you have to do is take the first step. Team captain sponsor, Coach to Health.
So we talked about, the rivalry with these schools. And again, this is the 12th time in a row that we've played Horizon. We've won all 11. But for them, I know it's usually, they circle this game every single year, and we do too.
So I wanted to make a kind of a shout out to Michigan State Spartans. Today was their opening game against Utah State. I don't know. I left at halftime. Brian had 190 yards up. He was 13 for 19. He had a great. They were up at that game. I think it was the same score, 14-10, I believe at that time. So big shout out to you, Brian. He's the team captain this year. I'm sure he's going to have a fantastic year there playing at Michigan State.
Well, and folks, we've got actually to our right tonight is the QB1 crew from Netflix. They've been following Spencer Rattler around for the past 6 months. Spencer's going to be featured on their QB1 show, I believe. A good strong likelihood that he is. So we welcome the QB1 crew up here. The first time we've had these guys to our right, and they're actually tapped into our broadcast tonight.
I believe so.
So what you're hearing may end up on a QB1 show one day. Who knows?
Hey, welcome QB1, but I think that's why we're getting all our technical difficulties.
There you go.
I think their equipment is probably 100 times more expensive than ours. So who knows? All right, so Horizon on the move. It's 2nd and 8 from Pinnacle's 29-yard line. Enriquez in the gun. We got Twins to the right, split left. You see Pinnacle's going to change anything up on D, or they're going to stick to the same things they've been doing. And you got Greg Alley, number 7, in at right side linebacker now, so they're starting to make some adjustments. Enriquez going to take off on his own, run an option. He finds a hole, and he's going to get up for about 5 yards.
Tackle made by Alley, number 7.
You might see that. Greg Alley's a great player, number 7. He's been a hard hitter. He can play running back, he can play linebacker both. And I think, who do they have him in? They've got him in for Mac Franklin, number 5. And Franklin got shaken up a little bit earlier today, so may see that the rest of the game. Who knows? Twins right for the Huskies. Enriquez on a 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down for the Pinnacle defense. He's going to take off and run that same option. This time he pitches it, and the pitch is good. Turned to the inside, but I think he got enough for first down yardage.
Yeah, that's going to be real close.
First down by a yard.
Yeah.
By a yard.
Junton, number 25,
Rich is right down there. Well,
right on the 20-yard line, moving the sticks.
Great second effort by Nash Giffen, number 9.
Tim, I think you hit on it earlier. That's their strategy. They want to hold on to the ball. They're going to run read option. They're going to run some option. Once in a while, take a shot downfield.
Well, that's
and just control the clock.
Yeah, you got to control the clock and keep the Pinnacle offense off the field.
Well, yeah, because we've had the ball twice and we scored both times within 3 minutes. And our offense, folks, even with Spencer out with JD in there, we're going to score on anybody. I don't care. You name a high school team in the country, we'll get points. So Twins left, Enriquez in the gun. Twins right as well. Another design run up the middle. Better job plugging that hole.
Time.
Alonzo Maya,
number 31 on the tackle.
I don't know if he read that immediately and just came up and stuffed that, but good job. Going to create a 2nd and 9, we'll call. Some different looks. Now they're going to shift over to that trips look to the left. And when they do that, their biggest weapon, number 9, Giffen, stays in the background. So you got 2 good runners at number 9, Giffen, and number 3, Enriquez. So they try to spread the field and just look for a crease. So I wouldn't be surprised you see another read option here with those 2. Nope, it's going to be a throw. And a quick screen pass is complete. Great coverage by number 11, Kyle Bryant.
Nowhere to go that time.
Kyle Bryant, a senior, has been playing up on varsity since his sophomore year, and a great player, Kyle is. Coming into tonight, I believe Bryant had about 10 tackles.
10 tackles.
With an interception last week.
That was a loss of 3 on that play.
Well, that creates a nice 3rd and 13.
Correct. So this is a big stop for the Pioneers. I mean, if they can hold them to 3 points here, Pinnacle would still be up by a point. And, again, get the ball back.
You know, they're not in a hurry up, though. They're using every second of that clock that they can.
Keep that Pinnacle offense off the field.
Yeah, we're down to 4 on the play clock there. So here we go. Enriquez is going to set up a screen pass, complete to the 25, to the 20. Good job by Maya coming up to stuff that with some help from, boy, who is that? Is that Big Sam?
Yeah.
Boy, showing off some feet, some dancing moves for
number 52 and Alonzo Maya, number 31 on that tackle there. That pass was to Giffen, number 9, on a nice screen pass. He kind of lost his footing there trying to make a quick stop and cut inside that big tackle, but didn't work out. So in comes
I think he saw Sam coming down on him, and he took a knee.
He goes, you know what? We round up, Rich. It's just a nice even 300.
300 bills. So let's call this a 37-yard field goal. Plenty of range for the Horizon kicker. And, boy, yeah, he boots that thing. And he's got it.
Just got it through there.
So yeah, 14-13. Kid does have a good leg.
Pinnacle's up by a point here. 8:42 left in the first half here. And then we're going to see the Pioneer offense come back up out here on the field. But the thing is one thing I want to, no turnovers yet.
No.
Nothing. So
it's been a clean game.
Couple little penalties, a face mask, and another personal foul. But for the most part, pretty clean.
If you look at our victories, opening week with Perry and Mountain Point last week, both of them at least 22-point victory, I think, last week. The huge part was turnovers. We were up 4-0 last week and 2-0 the week before. Because those are both really good football teams. On paper, better than the team we're playing tonight.
So a lot more of a ground game by the Huskies tonight. A few shots in the air, but not many. And again, Horizon really kind of trying to control the clock here. So
Pioneers, again, will have Covington back deep. That's number 1. And also number 13, that is Cade Horton, junior, 5'10", 155. Both quick. And both kicks have been right at the goal line. So you would imagine with the leg that they have for number 23, Cole Johnson, that they'll probably try to kick deep again. No wind tonight, folks?
None. Nothing.
Yeah, first game that we haven't had a wind. That's a pretty high, deep kick. And that's they're going to let him go out again from the 10
be the ball.
to the 15 and up to the 18-yard line.
So not bad. Number 1, Covington, with a nice return there. So out comes the Pioneer offense, led by number 10, J.D. Johnson. And we're going to try to get Mrs. Johnson. I think your name is Christy or Christine.
I'm not sure.
On the halftime, or we'll send Rich to hunt her down.
And just to recap, folks, JD got his first real varsity action last week, and in his very first official start, he set an all-time school record for QB rating at 162.4. I think he completed his first 13 passes.
He only had 3.
14 for 17.
Yeah,
insane.
3 incomplete.
Trips right, JD going to go straight back, and he's looking a ton of time. What great job by the offensive line. Now a penalty comes down on the secondary.
That's probably a hold.
And JD's going to try to figure out what's he going to do. He's just going to turn it up and go up to the 32-yard line. I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback with more time to throw than that.
Plenty of time there. But I think Horizon just rushed 3. I think they're starting to realize that Pinnacle's going to put it in the air there, and they're only going to rush 3 there. I don't know.
I'd imagine you'd see a defensive holding call here. Let's see. I mean, he literally had 6 or 7 seconds. Shout out to that offensive line for the Pioneers. Coach Tom Burke in his 11th year does just a fantastic job on offense, and that offensive line is special this year. Really good.
So let's see, they get this sorted out, what they're going to call there. Yeah, it's going to be a holding call against the Huskies.
So on that offensive line.
That's going to be 10 from the spot of the foul.
That'll help. You got Dylan Milbreath, that's number 77 at tackle. You got number 79, that's Tosh Baker, who's got a basketball scholarship offer at Northern Arizona. He's 6'7", folks. At center, you got Verbalitis. Always does a great job. Proud tradition with the last name of Verbalitis in the Pioneer program. And our guards, try to catch some numbers here, Tim. Mickelson, I believe, is one of them, number 70, team captain. And we'll catch the other here in a moment. I think it's Oda, number 60. 6'4", 350. Can't miss that kid. Odea, sorry. So Pinnacle, 1st and 10 from the 40. Going to motion to trips with Q. Design rollout. JD's going to unload. And a little bit behind.
Little miscommunication there. That was number 28, Havner, was the intended receiver.
So Havner getting some looks on offense tonight. Good player. He's done a great job at corner so far this year.
So it's interesting. They got Shane Sunday, number 81, out in the wide receiver.
Yeah, they're splitting them out.
trying to spread that defense.
So JD is going to have trips to the right, Twins left, pure spread. Under some pressure. Complete, up to the 50, to the 45-40, look out, foot race, 35-30, 25-20, good night, Q, go, 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 5-yard line.
Wow.
I thought he was going to cash that check.
Yeah, so did I. Nice,
really
nice stiff arm there. He was tracked down by number 23, Braden Johnson. Nope, excuse.
Q gets that ball in the open field, look out. Just look at that. I mean, check him out.
Johnson is their kicker that tracked him down. So they've got him playing a corner or a safety too as well. But that was a foot race, but Johnson had that angle there.
Q had 77 yards coming into tonight receiving with a touchdown.
Well, he was tap dancing that sideline there and then just hit the gas.
Here comes the pitch to the left with Junton, and look out. That's going to be down close to the goal line.
Yeah,
down to the 1.
Call him a little bit short. Al McJuntonen, number 25.
You know, it was a good check down route to hit Q with JD, and that's, you don't have to air the ball out 50 yards every time when you have athletes like this.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We had the ball with 8:43, and it's at 7:40 and clicking, so that's 1 minute.
Alonzo Maya up the middle, and that's going to be a Pinnacle touchdown. Number 31.
A little more than 1 minute, another quick 7 points. So Horizon is going to, for them to win this game, they are going to have to keep the Pinnacle offense off the field.
I think you could say that about any opponent that we play this year, Tim. I mean, this is the best offense not only I've ever seen for Pinnacle, one of the best I've ever seen in Arizona high school football history. It's pretty insane.
It's a lot of speed.
Here behind the uprights with my friends. Can you see me?
We can.
I don't know, Rich. Can you catch it? It looks like it's good. Oh, you got some. Ah, there we go.
What's up?
So Malvic knocks that one through. So Pinnacle on top, 21-13. 1 minute. A little more than 1 minute.
A 1 minute drive. What?
Yeah.
4 plays?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Horizon combats that. And again, I really think that they just need to keep the offense off the field. Well, so our Big Blue sponsor this year is Angel Dentistry, quality dentistry in a soothing atmosphere. If you're looking for an exceptional dentist, you've come to the right place. Angel Dentistry provides the highest quality dental care in a soothing yet state-of-the-art environment. Visit them at angeldentistry.net for details.
You know, offensive coordinator Mike Brown for the Pioneers in his second year with the program, inducted into the Arizona Sports High School Hall of Fame in April, just does a fantastic job with Spencer, now with JD, putting in so many different formations, and these kids that are able to grasp all these different formations. It's a nightmare for a defensive coordinator to try to stop that. So here we are, Horizon. Couple guys deep. Are we going to go deep? It's, a little bit. It's going to be fielded on the run at the 15 to the 20, up to the 25 to the 30.
Big hit there.
Yeah, nice hit, actually.
Number 32 on the tackle there, Lance Mora. There you go, Robin. I know he's driving to California right now, so.
Your boy just put a little pepper on that one.
Yeah, nice little hit there by Lance.
Put a little hot sauce on that.
And the return man for the Huskies was number 15, Dylan Sorrell.
So 8-point lead. And if you're Horizon, you're probably pretty happy at this. I mean,
they're
your
close.
Defense can't stop. You know, they just cannot stop what Pinnacle's doing.
So,
keep it close and hope. You know, try to get a turnover.
The key is, I really believe Pinnacle's got to give them a 3 and out. You know, hand Horizon a 3 and out here.
Well, here comes your Pinnacle defense. Big Sam in the middle again, 52, along with 71 Enriquez is going to go back to the read option, hand it straight up the middle, and a dive player. Guerrillo still on his feet.
Yeah, nice
Holy
second
smokes.
effort there. Number 20, Crawford on the tackle, as well as number 11,
Kyle Bryant. When both of your safeties are making the tackles, that's not a good sign.
No.
And that's going to be 10. And it wasn't anything fancy. It's just hat on a hat, and they outmuscled the Pioneers on that to get through the front four and the linebacking core. And you do have Greg Alley still in there for Mac Franklin. So Franklin's either shooken up or Alley's just earned the right to be out on the field. He's a good player, too. So 1st and 10, trips right, motion. Here comes the blitz by the Pioneers, a run blitz, and
look at that
fairly effective. But, man, that kid just keeps going.
Yeah.
So about a gain of 3 or 4, and you can tell the Huskies are fired up again.
So
we have a target on our back. We're number 1 in the state.
So Enriquez lost his helmet on that play, so he's going to have to come out for one play. So maybe the Pioneers can make something happen here. So they're going to bring in a different quarterback. That's going to be Jake Martinelli, number 10, as a QB in for this play. By AIA rules, if you lose your helmet, you have to sit out one play.
6 foot, 180-pound junior. And see if they stay with the same scheme. Looks like it. Pinnacle now is 2nd and 7 on D.
I would think Giffen's going to get this one.
Yeah, he's their weapon. That's number 9, folks. I doubt you're going to see a throw here. Yep, there you go. Giffen over to the left-hand side, and they blow open a pretty good hole. Look out, he's over to the side, up to the 40, down to the 38-yard line. So the Horizon run game, we're having problems with.
Exactly. Kyle Bryant, number 11 on the tackle there. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I saw that coming a mile away.
It's nothing fancy. It's a read option, guys.
So Enriquez is going to come back in as QB, number 3 for the Huskies.
Thing about a read option, though, the offensive line for Horizon is pretty decent.
Yeah, they're doing their job.
They're doing a pretty good job. And if you have 2 guys that are dangerous running, and that's Enriquez and then also Giffen, it can create a nightmare for you. 1st and 10 from the 30, call it the 38.
So the Pioneers got to come up with a stop here. There's no other way around it. So Giffen, the ball carrier.
That was a nice job in the middle. Big Sam there, as well as number 74 for Pinnacle, and that is Jackson Kelly.
Yeah, and that whistle was blown dead.
Well, it comes down to that battle in the trenches, really. Because for those skill athletes, they don't need a whole lot of room. If you just create a little bit of a crease, they can be gone, and that's the Horizon QB and running back, Giffen and Enriquez. So Pinnacle's doing a lot of shuffling, trying to keep bodies fresh on that D-line. 2nd and 11. And they're taking their time.
Yeah, you're working that clock. Using every bit of that 24 every time. They're just waiting. Down to 4-3.
Same thing, read option. Enriquez keeps it, and Greg Alley. Great job by the linebacker, Greg Alley.
Number 7, he had a nice grab on his jersey there, and number 9 came in to finish it off. Russell Johnson.
I think what I'm seeing here, if you watch these linebackers pre-snap, Tim and Rich, I think what you're seeing is they're keying on that read option now. What do you do with that? The linebackers cheat up.
Sure.
So instead of the 3 yards off the ball, traditional 3 to 5 for a backer, you're going to see maybe 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
So they're there in the hole, and they can try to shut it down. Now that opens up potential passing game.
Right, but we haven't really seen much of that.
No, we haven't.
And our corners and our safeties are fast enough where I think they can pick that up.
So passing down here, though, 3rd and 15. Enriquez, low snap, handles it, and he's going to look to his left, unloads, and it's complete down to the 29-yard line. That's going to be close to first down yardage. See what they do here.
Jay Rudolph, number 6, the receiver there. So
4th and 1.
Yeah. So interesting to see what they're going to do here. 4:27 left in the first half here.
Huge, huge, huge play. Did I mention huge? You've got 4.
So they're keeping the offense in.
Yeah. Well, they're down by 8, and we've had the ball 3 times. We've scored 3 touchdowns.
So you got Garillo and Giffen in the backfield, number 2 and number 9. And it looks like Enriquez is going to go under center.
A little I formation power play coming. Here it is.
Garillo, and he's going to get it.
Yep. The battle in the trenches tonight between the Horizon offensive line and the Pinnacle D-line is something to watch. I can't say we're on the right side of that battle as of yet because they're having some success. Number 75 for Horizon, Kilo, is 6'5", 320.
Yeah, so there's some beasts up there.
Yeah, they've got some big boys. 50's no...
He's 191. They've got a list, that's almost 200 pounds there. But he's 6'2".
They've got some beef, especially 75. I mean, that's three donuts plus 2 Ben Franklins.
So they're going to spread out the offense here now, so this is definitely passing.
And they're going to go jet sweep over to the left, fake, and up the middle goes Enriquez for maybe 3.
Yeah, trying to spread that Pinnacle defense there, and they still run that read option like that.
So they're controlling the clock still. There's 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half and counting. We're up by 8. And Horizon's strategy to try to keep this thing close with ground and pound and control and read option, from their perspective, is keeping the game a lot closer.
So, I think when Pinnacle goes in, Dana Zupke makes a lot of adjustments. Pinnacle defense has got to stop them. They've got to make a stop.
So Horizon 2nd and 6 from the 25. Pure spread look this time, no back.
Or create a turnover.
Yeah, here comes the jet sweep fake. And again, Enriquez up the middle, and not this time. Pretty good job. I didn't catch who had that, Tim, on that tackle. 30. Yeah, Shane Sunday. So Shane Sunday in on that tackle. We'll create a 3rd and 6. And with 2 minutes, 30 seconds and counting, this is going to be their strategy. 4-down territory. Try to do what they can to try to get a touchdown and make this a really close ball game.
This is a big 3rd down here. Pioneers got to make a stop.
On that D line right now for Pinnacle, you've got number 99, Jamelli.
I'll show you.
And Drew Aker at the tackle positions. And we've beefed up a little bit. You got Jackson Kelly over at defensive end now. He's a 210-pounder. So with 3rd and 6, Horizon again twins right. Look for that read option. Nope, they're going to fake it and throw under pressure. Interception, look out to the 30, to the 35, 40, off to the races. Nobody's going to catch Amarick Johnson. 20, 15, 10, put the check in the bank. It's money. Touchdown, Johnson.
So Enriquez was going down. He threw it away. Juntanen read it exactly the way he was supposed to, a quick pick 6. And like I said, that's the first turnover, and all the turnovers that Pinnacle's created, they've turned into points. And here's just another example. That is a huge, huge stop and a big momentum swing for the Pioneers.
Give credit, though, to the pass rush that came in. And I didn't see who that was that broke through the line, but that's what forced that errant throw and what created that opportunity for Juntanen to come in. There was nobody within 15 yards. Amarick, he was half jogging at the end. I mean, there was nobody even close. So that is huge, folks. Number 25, Amarick Juntanen, is one of the best athletes out on the field. Both sides of the ball, and he just showed you why. And that is a backbreaker for Horizon. And here they were hanging tough, down by only 8 to the number 1 team in the state, and we just, with the pick 6.
Big momentum swing for the Pioneers here.
Yeah, gigantic.
1:47 left in the first half.
So Pioneers getting ready for the PAT is going to be.
So there was a flag on the field, and they waved it off. There was an equipment, something going on with one of the players' pieces of equipment. So Malvick, number 82 for the PAT.
Kicks up, and he sneaks it in the right side. So that'll be, 28-13, minute 47 left in the half. What a huge play by Juntanen. What a huge play by the defense, actually. You called it because they were trying to go ground and pound that little screen pass. And I don't know if we had a linebacker blitz on that play, but we had pressure like that. I mean, it was quick.
Well, that was it. Enriquez, so we got a penalty. Oh, roughing the kicker, so that'll be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, so that'll let us kick off much sooner. So we'll see. You know what? Would be curious here. Here's Coach Ardall and Coach Zupke, and they're talking to him. Well, if you're going to be kicking from the 40, do you dare onsides? Well, wait a minute. If we're going all the way up to their 45-yard line, you try an onside, you don't get it. Worst case scenario, they're at the 35.
Right.
Let's see.
I think they know.
I don't know if they do it with a minute 47 left. You don't want to give them any kind of decent field position.
It doesn't matter. I don't think Horizon's got that kind of weapon to strike fast and hard. Now, if Pinnacle recovers this, can they put points on the board in a little more than a minute? Absolutely.
Watch the middle of the field. There's only 2 guys back, and we got 2 onside kicks in the JV game last night, by the way, to help win that ball game. Shout out to JV and freshmen for victories this week. You may see it right over the top in the middle. There it is. There it is. Get there, boys. Nope. But you know what?
Covered up by number 23.
Why not?
Johnson.
Yeah, why not kick onside?
Absolutely.
Why not? I mean, it was a no-brainer. And we almost got it, too.
Yeah.
So Horizon takes over their own 27. Minute 40. Yeah, minute
45 left.
And they have, they've gone up top twice, I guess. Kid's got a decent arm. Enriquez does.
Yeah, but their strategy is look, here's your situation here. They're going to do a read option. They're going to use this clock. Hopefully something breaks open there. Are they going to air it out? I highly doubt it. And going to the half, down 28-13.
They're on the right hash. Look for them to take a shot, maybe over on the left-hand side, deep post pattern. Enriquez, or just run the ball like they just did. Yeah, and it goes nowhere. So the D-line,
loss of 1.
Yeah, the D-line's starting to stiffen up a little bit.
So the clock keeps ticking.
Minute 30 and counting. And Pinnacle, I think, took a timeout. Is that correct? They did.
Timeout Pinnacle.
So here you are. You're thinking if we get a 3 and out here?
Like I said, a minute.
Right. And you've got, you've got J.D. Johnson, probably the best backup QB in the United States, on your side. Already offered by a number of Division I schools. And Spencer, you know the cool thing about J.D.'s success last week, and this is a shout out to Spencer on this. Spencer Rattler, there wasn't anybody happier on that sideline than Spencer Rattler for what J.D. did, because I think those two, you can see how talented J.D. is.
Yeah.
They push each other in practice. They really do. And
there's just great camaraderie there.
Absolutely. And I know Spencer, I saw a Twitter shout out from Spencer regarding JD's success last week, and man, he was just like, that's my boy, and I think that's really cool, from Spencer's perspective. And JD knows, this team's his next year, or if something, happens with Spencer, then JD knows, hey, I can do it.
JD's definitely got the talent to lead this team, and you've already seen it.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we're 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. We're 4 for 4. You can't get any better than that. So Horizon's out with a Twins to the right, 2nd and 11, minute 29 left in the half.
And he's going to throw it.
Screen pass again. This time we got a host of Pioneers coming up to cover it, and a great job. Number 28, Havner, ends up taking him down with Gemelli, I believe, 71.
Big hit there.
Drew Aker. Nice job by the big guy, Drew Aker, to come over and, you love to see that hustle from a D lineman, from a 260-pounder to come tackle a running back.
So another timeout Pinnacle. So Dana's going to try to save this clock here, because you've got a 3rd and 8 coming up here with 1:20 left. So if they don't convert, obviously they're going to have to punt. Pinnacle would have decent field position. I mean, we've seen them go the whole length of the field practically in a minute. So it can be done.
Well, and I think he feels the momentum shift.
Oh, absolutely.
Coach Zupke does. Dana Zupke, folks, he's just done a phenomenal job with this program through the years. And I think he's realizing this could be the year that his team's got the best shot at getting a state title.
Yes.
We're ranked number 1. Chandler, with Max Preps, it's always interesting to see. The AZ Republic's got us ahead of Chandler. Yeah, I think it's probably 1 and 1A, pretty close. And Max Preps has Chandler at 21st in the nation, I believe. And we dropped somehow from 75th to 99. I have no clue how we dropped 24 spots after that win last week, but that's national rankings. You never know what goes into it.
So the head coach for the Huskies is Ty Wisdom, and I believe this is his 2nd year here.
So 3rd and 7, Enriquez going to look left. He's got a lot of time. Unloads, got an open receiver, and it's complete. Kyle Bryant came up to try to get the pick and couldn't get there. Nice throw.
Yeah, nice throw.
It really was.
So
Give
that's
credit.
going to be enough to move the chains for Horizon first down.
So that's where that gamble sometimes can bite you if you don't get to stop. But it's a good calculated gamble. I don't blame him. 1st and 10 from the 42 for Horizon. So now they're going to try to get something going. Double Twins look in the shotgun. Enriquez is going to go over to his right, try that corner pattern. Good coverage by Havner. And
that's caught out of bounds.
Great catch, and good coverage with Havner. Great catch.
Yeah, he got his hands up in there.
That was blanket coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. Rudolph, number 6, was the intended receiver, but he caught that way out of bounds. So going to bring 1:08 left in the first half here. 2nd and 10.
Havner, number 28 for Pinnacle on defense, 1st-year starter at corner. He's only a junior. He's done a nice job. I mean, he was right there. Got Crawford and Kyle Bryant back at safety. Q on the other corner. Trips to the right, and they're going to go with the design run up the middle this time. And Greg Alley can't take him down, and you're going to see Kyle Bryant push him out probably about the 40. That kid's tough to tackle in the open field. Kyle just saw it.
No, they were looking for a late flag there, but nothing. I mean, they were kind of in that momentum there. 1:02 left. Another first down. Huskies are into Pioneer territory.
Anytime it's a rivalry game, you're going to see emotional swings. And from what I'm seeing on the Horizon side of the ball, these kids are absolutely going after it. This is huge for them to try to take down Pinnacle for the first time, especially when we're the top gun in the state at number 1. So we're going to see the best from them, and I think anybody we play, we've got a target on our back. Trips to the left. Enriquez in the gun. Left hash. And he's got time to throw again. This time he's going to go single coverage to the right, and Havner is in coverage. Good job on defense.
Yep. All in there, turned around, saw the ball, got his hand in there, broke it up.
Textbook coverage from Jack Havner. It's That's exactly what you do.
So getting a decent look at Enriquez's arm here. He's thrown more than they've run this last set.
Yeah, this kid's a pretty decent quarterback. What year is he? We're going to see him next year?
I don't think so. I think
he's
a
senior.
Year.
All right. He can play. So trips to the right, split left, second and 10. 55.9 seconds left in the half. And they're going to go running back over to the right, so look for a swing pass to the right. There it is. They tried to hit the screen, and Pinnacle had it covered up.
And he just threw it away. Intended receiver was Garillo, number 2. Number 9 on the coverage, Russell Johnson.
We've seen that same formation 3 or 4 times tonight. Whenever they overload trips and they go with another guy there, they look for that quick either screen or a quick.
We had that covered up.
Yeah. Good recognition by the defense. Creates a 3rd and 10. 51.8 seconds left. Now a double twins look. Actually, a pure spread look. Trips right and twins left. Watch for the QB draw here. And I think Pinnacle's going to spy that with the middle linebacker. And yep, he's going right up. That's exactly what happened. He tried to go straight up the middle.
This is interesting here because, you got a 4th and 10 here. And I would definitely believe that you are out of field goal range here. I know Cole Johnson is a premier kicker for Horizon. But that's what, 60?
58 yards.
Yeah.
If he gives this a shot, the kid has that kind of close to that range though. I mean, he's going to Army on a football scholarship. He's going to be a kicker for Army. Congratulations to the young man.
So that's Pinnacle's last time out. 50 seconds left in the first.
Here's the problem half here. He doesn't make that. You're going to get Pinnacle field position at the 50 with only 50 seconds left. If you punt here, try to put him down to the 5 or 10, you got a much better chance. Or you're on the other side of the ball going, we just can't stop these guys on offense. Yeah. So why not go for it?
To see what they do.
Yeah, if they kicked a field goal and somehow made a 58-yarder, that would take the lead down to 12 points. But you're not going to beat us with field goals. I would watch for the fake punt here more than I would anything else. Been a lot of great games through the years with Horizon.
Boy, it's warm tonight, huh? This
is a hot
night. There's no breeze, nothing.
No, for those of you, by the way, shout out to all of you listening around the country. We're having record numbers each week. We did it again last week, over 3,000 views on our Mountain Point game, 3,500 with Perry. So we appreciate everybody from Sooner Nation. I know a lot of them are Spencer fans.
Offense stays on the field here.
Twins left, split right. And fumble. Throws it back, double pass. Yeah, here comes a double pass. Well defended. He's got a step. Look out. Oh, boy. Are they going to throw the flag? He caught that? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Well, touchdown Huskies. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Saw that a mile away.
Was that Kyle Bryant in coverage, number 11? I believe so.
And Quentin Powell came in there also, number 23.
Well, a game of momentum shifts, and guess what? Horizon's not going away, folks.
Nice trick play. I think that was a lot of luck there.
Great throw. Listen, it was a great throw by whoever did that for their, Horizon, and a good catch.
I believe that was Martinelli, number 10.
That's the tough part. When you play safety, it's a challenge. And Kyle was in position. I think the receiver had a step or two. By the time he turned his head around, the ball was already behind him. And they were kind of pushing back and forth to get position, and that happens.
Well, I don't think the corners or the safeties expected that at all. And you know what? When you're that deep, you can't see that is coming.
Well, they're throwing all their chips in the middle of the table. Right. Horizon is. I mean, the only way you're going to come out of it with a W tonight is if you outscore us, and that's going to be the case all year long. Chandler's got a great defense. If we end up playing Chandler this year, most likely it's going to be for a state championship game.
I would think so.
That's about the only time I think we'll see them, and I believe that's very likely if we take care of what we should do.
So the Huskies are going to come out and try for 2, which I would expect.
Well, that would drop it to a 28-21 lead.
7-point game.
Yeah. And they're running the old, what do they call this, the swinging gate when you got this formation?
Yes, swinging gate.
It's always interesting to see these formations. And they're going to go motion. Yeah, they're going to run it. And here comes Enriquez. They're going to come up, and it's good. It's good. On coverage was Kyle again. Kyle Bryant, number 11.
So that pass was complete to Jay Rudolph, number 6. So we've got a 7-point game here like that.
Yeah.
37 seconds left in the first half here. Pioneers are going to get another shot at it.
A lot of people expected a blowout. You got the number 1 6A team and the number 10 5A team going after it, but they forgot that these are longtime rivals.
And, you know, like I said, Horizon has done a great job controlling time of possession in this whole game here.
And they've made some plays. They have. Offensively, we've played about as well as you can. I mean, we've had the ball 4 times. Yeah. We've scored 4 touchdowns. You can't expect any more than that. We've had some breakdowns on D.
Yeah,
you know, absolutely. Our defensive line has been on the wrong end of a couple of scrums in the middle, and we just gave up a couple up top. So you know.
Covington and Horton back deep.
Well, we still have 37.4 seconds left, folks, in the best offense in the state of Arizona. So
no timeout.
Don't go anywhere. Don't get up and go get a Coke or go to the bathroom yet. You got a little time before that happens. And JD's got the arm. Actually, if we can get up to the 40 or so, JD's got the arm to do it. Pooch kick. Going to be taken by Maya. He's dangerous as a returner, too. 25 up to the 30. No, that wasn't Maya. Excuse me.
No, it's Kenji Rowland, number 8. And again, another dangerous man.
So 27-yard line, 32.2 seconds left. And I think we're out of timeouts. Am I reading that correctly? Okay.
And Horizon's got 1. So I don't know. I'd go for broke here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Send the guns, man. Send Q and Covington deep.
Arm strength. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Spencer's arm strength and JD's. Here's the crazy thing. Spencer can throw a ball probably 65 yards.
Yeah.
JD's not far behind if he is at all.
Well, I remember last year watching Spencer from 40 yards out hit the upright of the goalpost. Not once, not twice, 3 times in a row, aiming for it.
Trips right. Uh-oh, fumble. And JD's going to do the smart thing, just fall on it. So mishandled the snap, and that's probably going to
23 and
they're going to let it just kind of, now they're going to sit on it and go into the halftime and have some conversations going, all right, boys, what do we need to do? Well, 13-12, so they are going to get one more play off. Might be a screen pass or something simple. He's going to roll to his left. Yeah, no, he is going to air it out. He goes deep, and the ball's up in the air, almost picked off, incomplete. Still leaves 1.4 seconds left on the scoreboard.
Libman was the intended receiver. You know, Libman's been kind of, he had one big play, 1 touchdown, but he's been kind of quiet. But again, the offense hasn't been on the field a lot either. So
no, they've been scoring on 1 to 3 minute drives.
1.4 left. One more shot?
I doubt it. Maybe.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you've got the firepower to do it.
Never know.
And Horizon's got 3 safeties deep, though. They're in. That's not a dime package. That's a dollar package. They must have 7 defensive backs on the field here. And here comes, they're going to a quick screen. This could be interesting to watch, though. 35, 40, Q. Oh, that's a face mask.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't end the half on a face mask, and I'll tell you why that's important.
Hold him right down by the helmet.
That's going to give us the ball at about the 45 or 50 with 1 play left. Now you might see us go deep to the end zone. That's a mistake on Horizon's side because we're going to get good field position here after the catch.
And we get the ball to start the second half.
We do.
We do.
Yep, we're going to be on their side of the field, folks. We're going to go all the way up to the 49-yard line, and I guarantee you, not 99%, 100%, JD's got the arm to put this ball in the end zone from our own 45. That's a no-brainer. So you may see us go deep now. And we're going to go quad receivers to the right. Are we going to throw a jump ball, or are we going to come back over to the left side to Shane Sunday, number 81? Horizon's only rushing 3. And JD's got plenty of time. He's going to buy himself a little bit more. Now they're going to throw a holding call.
We got another flag.
Yeah, holding call in Pinnacle. Jump ball, no good. That's probably the end of the half because I think you're going to get holding. Kind of a wild first half, folks. Pinnacle up 28-21. People did not expect it to be this close. But credit to the other side of the ball. Kids are playing hard.
They're going to sort that out.
Or are they saying it's
holding against Pinnacle. So they're going to decline that. That's going to end the half.
So here we are, halftime, 28-21.
Yeah, a lot closer than I would expect.
I would.
But Horizon's done a great job. Great job so far. Controlling the time of possession.
Rich, how you doing? You're back up here. You're not down on the field.
Yeah, I'm back up here. I was overheating down there. Absolutely zero breeze, humid tonight. I can even see in the stands people fanning themselves. It's hot tonight.
Yeah, it is. October can't come quick enough, huh?
I'll just take a breeze at this point.
Well, next week, ladies and gentlemen, we play on a Saturday, and we play in California at J. Serra, who is ranked number 9 in California and 65th in the nation right now.
And we're ranked 99th in the nation, so that's kind of what you go for. Last week we were 72, so it should be a good game. On paper, these teams are very evenly matched, I believe.
They've got a receiver that's going to USC. That's their main weapon. They've got a good team, though.
But they haven't seen the speed of Pinnacle. They haven't, I don't know if they've ever played an Arizona team. I really don't know a lot about it. But we are going to be out there next week, so make sure you join us. It's no game Friday. It's going to be Saturday. I believe we've got a 4 o'clock start time as well. 4 o'clock start time. If that changes or if it's something different, just please check the Pinnacle website, and all that information will be on there.
The fun part about that is you're seeing a lot more interstate play. Arizona football has really come a long way. In fact, I got something for you guys here. Right now, here's how far Arizona football's come. There are 311 college football players in Division I, the highest level, or FSB, or FBS, I believe. 311 on rosters right now that played high school ball in Arizona. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what that means is we're able to go on the road and take on some of the national powers from California. When you take our top, you take the top 5 teams in Arizona, we're typically extremely competitive against those schools.
Yeah, and the powerhouse teams seem to come from California, Texas, Florida.
Yeah, so, Ohio's got its share too.
Yeah.
In Vegas with Bishop Gorman. And by the way, Bishop Gorman
Centennial tonight.
Bishop Gorman has won 4 of the last 8 national championships, and they're in town to play the Centennial Coyotes, who last year Centennial pulled off the upset and beat the number 3 ranked team in the nation. So what does that mean for Pinnacle? If we get a W next week, if we can hang on and win here tonight, and then we go on the road and we get a W against J. Serra, and they're ranked 65th in the nation, and if they win tonight again, they're expected to. And then guess who comes into play? Mountain Point. We've already beaten Mountain Point. Next week, they get number 9, Bingham, out of Utah. They're the 9th best team in the country. If they come in, and if Mountain Point somehow can pull off a victory there, what you're going to probably see is the Pinnacle Pioneers being ranked in the top 40 in the United States for the first time in school history.
That would be absolutely awesome.
But we're going to have to clean some things up. We haven't looked as fresh tonight. I mean, offensively, we've done pretty well. Defensively, we've struggled a little bit. Of those 311, do some shout-outs. Of those 311 kids that are Division I out there playing, 5 are from Pinnacle. Dalton Cash, tight end, freshman at Idaho. Of course, Brian Lewerke, quarterback at Michigan State. Drew Dixon, fullback at Baylor. Luke Ashenbrand, offensive line, freshman at Princeton. And Alex Flood, who spent a couple of years on the JC route here. I got the pleasure of coaching Alex a couple of years ago. He's up at Washington State playing corner. So a little bit more, most of those kids that are from Arizona, where do they go? Well, 46 of the kids are up at NAU, Northern Arizona. 35 on Arizona State's got 35 kids from in-state, which is good to see. You want them to stay home. 30 at the University of Arizona and 15 at New Mexico State.
I'm trying to catch some of the scores here while you're looking here, just checking some things out here.
Stats coming into tonight too. I mean, again, and we've tacked quite a bit more on. Done really well on offense. There's a bunch of team records that are in jeopardy this year that we could smash from years past. If you take a look at it, right now we're averaging 57.5 points a game. Last year we set the record with an average of 47.
That's incredible.
It really is, and we're halfway there tonight. Passing yards per game, between Spencer and now JD, averaging 377 yards per game. The previous record was 320. Total yards per game, we're averaging 543 yards a game.
Yeah, that's something else.
Against the competition we've played, it's insane. Previous record was 503. Total yards, completions per game, the QBs, 20.5, previous record 19.8. We got 4 TDs a game, on track to break the record of 3.5. QB rating, JD set the QB rating last week for a single game, but Spencer's played lights out prior to his injury. Between the two, we're at 151.7. That's what our QB rating average is after the first couple games. So, yeah, and I know that we're going to try to, in fact, speaking of JD, we're going to see if we can track down JD's mom. Rich, our roving reporter, is going to try to see if he can go into the stands and find her. So hopefully that's coming up.
I don't know if she'll want to talk
folks.
to me. I'm sweating so much. It's going to be like, oh, you're gross. Get out of here.
You should have taken a shower before the game, Rich. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Am I close? I'm walking into the stands. Am I close?
Yeah, hang her right. She's over there in the white shirt.
Keep going down. No.
It's a white out.
And the gray tank top with the lady in the blue tank top right there. I think her name is Christine or Christy. Keep going.
I can't hear you, Tim. I'm looking for Christine.
A little farther over.
Are you Christine? Can you hear me
right
okay?
there.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right there.
I need the line of sight. There we go. Christine, I'm coming in. You ready? We're not putting you on
This
film
is the
because
mother
it's
of
so
J.D.
hot.
Johnson, quarterback, junior, who's in relief for Spencer Rattler, who's injured with an ankle injury.
All right, guys, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you fine, Rich.
Great. Hi, Christine. My name is Rich.
It's Suzanne.
It's Suzanne. There you go. I can't remember.
I swear to God, they told me it was Christine.
No, Rich just made that up.
Nice to meet you.
So, Suzanne, I only have one microphone. I'm going to try to do this. We're complete rookies at this, and we're all volunteers, except for me. These guys don't know I get paid for this gig.
Good. Be a rookie. Be a rookie.
Okay. So
Anymore. I said I'm glad my son's not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, so ask her how her son feels starting for the first time at varsity.
guys, this microphone's real. I can barely hear you. Say it.
So I was going to say, ask her how JD feels starting his first game as on Pinnacle varsity.
All right, Christine.
So ask her how JD feels starting his first game on varsity.
All right, so here's what they want to know. They want to know from you how JD feels starting his first game on varsity.
He was a little nervous today, but you know what? He has a great team with him. He's got great players on this team that know how to execute. He loves his coaches. Coach Brown, Coach Zepke, I mean, they're calling plays that help him be successful, and he loves that.
In his preparation for tonight, knowing that he was going to start, did he do anything different than he normally does?
Not really. Kind of the same thing he always does. You know, go to school. He did come home after pregame meal and gave us a hug and a kiss and told us he loved us. I love that because he's my boy. But pretty much the same thing. He comes home every day after school.
So I want to know what he had for breakfast this morning.
Well, so the question was, did he have Fruit Loops or Cheerios for breakfast?
Well, Captain Crunch,
No,
maybe.
I made him oatmeal with blueberries.
Oh, very nice.
Blackberries, and he made me take the blackberries out.
Got that, JD? No blackberries.
No blackberries.
So Todd, can you tell us the statistic about last week's
He's
game
not
for
on.
JD?
He's not on the mic. He's
All
not on the. He's not on the headset there with the statistics for JD. But JD, I know for one statistic is Todd's back. So one statistic is that JD had the highest QB quarterback rating of all time for Pinnacle.
Single game.
All right, so here's the statistic from last week. I don't know if you knew this. JD had the single highest ever in Pinnacle history single game QB rating. Did you know that?
Wow, I did not know that. I'm very proud of him.
So you got to.
He stepped up when the buzzer went. He needed to go in, and I'm very proud of him.
Tell her that she's got to tell him that tonight, so that way he knows Mom really kind of pays attention to what he's doing out here.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. She can listen. She can listen to the replay, and she'll come up. And beat you up
all right,
later.
yeah, perfect. That's it. I'm done.
She can't hear us. She has no idea what you're saying.
No, it's all good.
That's all.
No, but
paranoid.
we appreciate you, coming out. We appreciate you. We want to thank you for taking an opportunity to be on the mic here live at halftime. I think it's absolutely awesome. You got a great son. I can't wait to see what he does next year. Tell her that, and how's he feel about next year?
Yeah, let me get her back on the mic here. Question is, what's his outlook for like next year?
Oh, he's so excited for next year. He can't wait for next year. You know what? This year is special because he knew he was playing behind the #1 quarterback in the nation. He chose to stay because he didn't want to abandon his friends and his teammates and his kids that he's been with since 7th grade. He could have gone to several different places and played, but he said, you know what, I'm going to stay at Pinnacle because I love these kids, I love these boys, I've been with them for a long time, and I'm really proud of him for that choice and that decision.
Yeah, tell her that's some big shoulders there.
Well,
so the team's saying it's some big shoulders, and we really enjoyed watching him last week, and we saw it right away. You can see when I think it was 100% completions going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So we were watching that. We were really excited about it, and winning against Mountain Point, it's a tough team. They've always played us tough. So
hey, Rich, it's Todd. Ask her. I'm sorry.
I want to ask her. I want to ask her what her favorite thing is about watching JD when he's on the field.
I love how he interacts with his teammates. He gives credit where credit is due. He's got a great O-line. He's got a great center, Luke Verbalitis, and the O-line is just awesome to protect him and him not to get hit or tackled. He told me the other day, you know what, Mom, I'm not going to get touched, and he's doing well, and they're doing well, and he's got great players to throw to, great receivers, and they're just doing what they do, and I love that. He's worked hard to be at this point in his life, and he deserves this.
So ask her also, how's he feel about playing ball at the next level after high school?
So the question is, post high school, does he have any aspirations to play more beyond high school?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no
He's got
question.
3 D1 offers already. He's got U of A, which he loves. He loves the O coordinator and quarterback coach, Mazzoni, who I've met as well. We're going to watch them tomorrow, actually. Great program down there. He's got an offer from UNLV and also Colorado State. And then he's talking to some other coaches as well that he calls on a weekly basis. He definitely will want to play at the next level and will.
Tell her that's fantastic. He deserves it. A lot of hard work, and it shows.
Rich, ask her about the dynamic with him and Spencer and the fun, competitive rivalry they have in practice, and a little bit about their relationship.
Sure. So a question from the team, and I saw it as well on the field. It looked like there was a special relationship between Spencer and JD on the field. You noticed it during practice as well. Can you elaborate on that, and what's your thoughts on it?
JD loves Spencer. You know that one of his reasons for staying at Pinnacle was that he got to be behind the best quarterback in the nation and train behind him and work with him and make him better, and in turn Spencer make JD better, and that was one of the reasons for staying, was just to play with him and compete with him every day. He said, I want to compete for that starting position with Spencer, obviously knowing Spencer was the man, but being the best he could be every day, and that's what he does.
Yeah, how about JD? Well, I think he had 3 D1 offers and hadn't even taken a snap yet this season. That's pretty outstanding.
Yeah, very impressive. No, I just tell her we appreciate it. Ask her if she's going to make the trip out to California next week.
I'm going to guess the answer is yes. She can't hear you, but here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're there. We've had our rooms booked for weeks. We're definitely going. My family lives in California, so they'll be there as well. I don't know if he'll play or not, but I hope he does. I hope he gets.
Is it true that you're actually going out Thursday and then you're going an overnight fishing trip to the Channel Islands on Friday
Rich.
before the game? Is that true?
Okay, that's funny. I'm not sure who you heard that from, but yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
See, Rich, you have your fishing partner now. Tim and I wouldn't do it, so Rich,
All
is asking
seriousness, it's a pleasure to watch him play out there, and we're really excited about this year and next year. All right, guys, I'm about to melt here. So
All right,
back to you.
tell her thank you.
Yes. Extremely warm out here tonight, folks. It really is. And, you know, you have to watch for the kids on that. I saw some kids that were kind of struggling a little bit with that. You know, so, and a shout-out. We had a shout-out to all the guys playing D1, former Pioneers. Let's keep going with that. You know, we've got Nick Spahn over at Lawrence Tech. Ben Fox at Scottsdale Community College. Alexander Maxey up in Dakota State. Shout out to him and his father Evan, who's probably listening to this on the actual broadcast. Kyle Carricker up at CSU Pueblo. Tucker Parrish up at Ripon College, and Luke Verbalitis, older brother of current center for the Pioneers, Verbalitis at New Mexico Highlands.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, a lot of kids, and here comes the Pioneers, and. You know, again, we're up 28-21, and I think a lot of people expected us to be up by 25 or 30 by half.
Right, and the thing is like, I'm sure Dana came into the halftime there with his players, and he decided, hey, look, they gotta make some stops on the defense and get the ball back. They can put up the points, but they got to get the ball back.
And we mentioned this a little bit earlier, folks, but we'll come back to this. The guys in the trenches hardly ever get any of the pub or the love But I want to tell you something, and JD made the point earlier when JD's mom did. It's like he's going to give me all day to throw. That offensive line for Pinnacle is so impressive this year.
It is.
Left tackle is Tosh Baker, 6'9", 250. That's number 79, folks. Basketball offer from NAU, and if he wanted to play football at the next level, there's no doubt in my mind he could. Left guard Matt Nicholson, he's a team captain. He's number 70, 6'2", 265. The center is Adam Verbalitis, number 57, 6'1", 255. Right guard is number 60, Adna Oda. That's the 350. Odea. That's 6'4", 350.
Yeah,
350 pounds.
Just round that up. We'll just say 400.
He's an athletic 350. And then number 77, Dylan Milbrand. He's 6'4", 260. So if you're thinking about this, folks, what's the average on this offensive line? And it's an athletic line. These kids aren't big fat kids. They are athletic kids. 276.
Yeah, I was going to say 275. So
yeah, 276. So, all the success, which is well-deserved, Spencer and JD doing well and all the skill athletes, none of that matters if the guys up front aren't doing their job.
Absolutely.
And they are really a special offensive line. I have so much fun when we watch replays afterwards, just kind of keying in on these guys because they do just an unbelievable job.
It's funny, we're watching Spencer down there, just trying to pump things up. He's probably dying not being in there a little bit, But you know what? He's got a lot of respect for JD. And
of course.
That's JD's team tonight, and it's great to see JD doing well. We want to thank his mother for coming on and join us this halftime. It's great to get that little bit of camaraderie going. I'm sure she'll love to listen to herself tomorrow as she watches the replay of the game. Number 2 is going to be ready to go next week. Oh, yeah. And absolutely. Spencer this year is going to close in on, if we can get him back on the field and, hopefully no more injuries, he's closing in on the all-time state record for passing yardage. Yeah, that's incredible. It's 10,480 or something. Yeah, 10,480, and he's going to be right there. I've got the stats here somewhere, Tim. I'll find them. But, yeah, he's coming in very close to that. And, I think in 3 or 4 weeks, because we'll have him back next week, I think, for California. So that might happen against O'Connor, maybe? Well, he already has the record for the largest classification for 6A. He's already got that. But when you consider all classifications, the kid from Tempe a couple years back has it. And, yeah, it's like 10,469, I believe. So, once that happens, it's going to be so fun to watch for Spencer. Absolutely. So, well, Rich, nice job. He's tired. It's rough out here. There's no warm up here. There's no breeze out here tonight, and it's a little rough. That's Arizona, late September or early September, all the way through late September. Weather doesn't really start breaking out here, and those of you who lived out here or have been out here to visit friends, family, whatever, it's usually the second week in October is when the switch turns off, and that can't happen soon enough. So our schedule this year, folks, next week, of course, is JSerra in California. Then we have a bye week on September 14th. No games, all 3 levels. Yep. And then September 21st, we're at Valley Vista. 28th, home with Sandra Day O'Connor. On the road, October 5th to Mountain Ridge. And then home with Liberty and Chaparral back-to-back. And those will be tough games, those 2 games. They're very good teams, both of them are. And then we'll close the season out up in Anthem at Boulder Creek to finish things out. So going back to some of the single season and single game records, that you've seen this year. In fact, we had the QB rating come in. That's one that's been broken for single game. And the rest of them, a lot of them were set last year by Spencer for yards, for different things. Points in a game. I mean, you're going to see that this year. The record's 77. We scored 77 against Desert Mountain last year, running that the triple option double wing. Yeah, that's crazy. Pop Warner style. So your Pioneers out on kick return to start the second half. Be curious to see what adjustments we have. Coaching staff, your defensive coordinator is Andrew Hurley, former player for the Pioneers. So Horton, number 13, and Covington, number 1, will be the 2 deep men. And the kicker for Horizon, that's Cole Johnson. Correct. He's got a scholarship going to Army to play next year. Short kick. Fielded at the 22 and knocked down by his own guy up to the 27, 28-yard line. Kenji Rowland on the return, number 8. And Kenji Rowland, this is his first year up on varsity playing, and he's in a lot of games. He's been in a lot of games already. He is definitely a great running back. He plays a little bit of linebacker too as well. So he's going to be a name that's going to be up in the Pinnacle future.
So out comes that Pinnacle offense. 4 possessions in the first half, 4 touchdowns. Junior J.D. Johnson, you heard his mother at halftime talking to Rich. See if he can keep him going. Trips to the right. J.D.'s going to look down the middle. Now he's going to go to the right. We're going up top on the very first play, and he's got a step.
Littman.
Yep. Incomplete.
And incomplete there. Broken up there by number 1, Mullins.
So we went for the home run ball right away coming out in the second half.
Yeah, Littman's had some great, the previous games for Pinnacle have been fantastic. He's got a touchdown under his belt tonight. He's a big target there for the Pioneers, one of their many weapons.
Double twins, actually pure spread look. Trips right, twins left. And quick throw for JD, complete.
Sunday.
Yeah, 34.
Shane Sunday, number 23 on the tackle there. That's Cole Johnson.
That'll bring up a third and, 4, Tim? Is that about right, Rich?
3rd and 4.
And staying in the same spread look. So we've abandoned the running back look to come out in the second half. And Horizon sent in 7.
Again, Shane Sunday, again. Quick pass.
Here's what's interesting to watch. When we go to pure spread with 3 receivers on one side and 2 on the other, watch the linebackers for Horizon because they're sending them.
So that was Guerrillo, number 2 on the tackle. So Horizon's got a lot of players that play both ways, a lot.
Yeah, I don't think their roster's nearly as big. Same look. This time Horizon just rushes 4. JD's got all day to throw. He's going to run. Good block on the outside to spring about 5 or 6 for JD. And that might be a late hit out of bounds. Nope. He took a good shot, though. Oh, there it is. There's the late hit. It came in very late, and it was close. I mean, it's on the other side of the field. We can't really see it.
No, I don't know. I mean, JD came out and shoved that. That was Burberness, number 4 on the tackle. So I don't know. They're going to march that off against Horizon. That's going to be a personal foul.
It looked close, didn't it?
Yeah. But JD handled that right. He just got up, walked off, and he got that little extra shove at the end there by that Husky. So that's going to give the Pioneers an extra 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
We stay in the no-back spread look. Looks like we're going with the air attack here to start off the third quarter. Trips right, ball on the right hash. Now you got Q in motion. Make it trips left, design rollout. Quick throw behind the receiver, incomplete.
Havner, number 28, the intended receiver.
So a little bit of a hurry-up look, isn't it?
It is.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for Pinnacle. What are we at, the 38? Looks like 39-yard line.
39.
So no variation in the formation. Coaches saw something. We're going to stick with this. Same exact formation. And this time JD's going to look back. Good time. All day to throw. That time he unloads the cannon. It's into the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Pioneers.
Littman.
What a beautiful throw by J.D. Johnson.
Phenomenal hands. Right over the shoulder there. Great concentration by Marcus Littman. Puts another quick 6 on the board for the Pioneers. Bang, bang, bang. About 6 plays and 6 points.
That was amazing. J.D. rolls to his left.
Unloaded
just
it.
Pivots. And that shows off the arm strength from the young man.
Absolutely. And he was under pressure. He had some heat coming on him, too.
And it was, in stride. Beautiful throw.
Littman had it. Got both feet in there. Stuck that arm out. Says, look, I got it. This is good.
So 5 for 5 on the night.
Yep. So Malvik knocks another one through. So 35-21. Pioneers jump on top here again. They were on top. Jump on top. That's number 2 for Littman. Second TD tonight for him.
5 possessions, 5 touchdowns.
Love to see some of the stats on JD. He's got to be over 200. Easy.
Yeah. Well, he had an insane ratio last week for QB rating, and it's going to be pretty good this week, too. Still no turnovers on the season.
Right.
We've 10 quarters of football, and we haven't given the ball away.
No, that's the way to do it. I mean, you protect the ball, you win games.
Great blocking by that offensive line all night, really. I mean, it's been phenomenal blocking. And even when they send pressure, like they did on that first or second play, they pick up enough of it
exactly
to where JD's smart enough. He's going to figure out
and
who's open.
He's had plenty of time. So Malvic, number 82, set to kick off for the Pioneers.
And you got Giffen deep. That's number 6.
Giffen's 9.
Oh, 9. Sorry.
That's Rudolph, number 6.
Okay, so Rudolph back. And it's actually going to be fielded by Dylan Searle, who's up to the 15 to the 20. Good coverage on the kickoff team.
Cooper Dirk, number 27, on the tackle.
He's a great special teams player.
He's
in on a lot of tackles. Good
you
linebacker, too.
You always have one or two speedsters that just get down there and they just have a way of sniffing that ball out, and he's one of them. Makes a lot of special teams tackles.
So the Pioneers coming out on defense. They're going to start with big number 74 at the left end, and that is Jackson Kelly. On the middle, they've got 71. That's Drew Aker. On the right side, they got Shane Sunday in at the end, and they got Big Sam Akwabu, number 52, at tackle. That's the close to 3 Bills kid. Athletic kid, too. Not only big, but athletic. Horizon coming out, similar look, single back. Double twins, and here comes that read option. Fake this time, and oh boy, they hit us 30, 35, up to the 40-yard line. Good play design.
Crawford, number 20, on the tackle.
They spent the entire first half running that read option. Now they're going to mix in a little bit of play action with it.
Yeah, Aiden Wagner was the receiver, number 30.
Linebacking crew, number 31 is Alonzo Meyer, your middle linebacker. Greg Alley, number 7, is over on your right side at linebacker. And Amrik Juntman, who had the pick 6 in the first half, number 25 at left backer. And the corners are Havner, 28, and Quentin Powell, Q, number 23. Trevor Crawford, 20 at safety, and 11 is Kyle Bryan at safety. And Horizon's going to go straight up the middle, maybe 3.
Guerrillo, number 2, the ball carrier.
Well, now they're down by 14. Are they going to change their strategy a bit? Are they just going to try to do what they did in the first half? Ball control and mix in a lot of read option. Second and 7, 43-yard line. And they're on the right hash, and they're going to bunch up on the right-hand side of the field. So we got twins. Now they're going to send the tight end to the left and the back. Give it more of a balanced look. Enriquez, number 3, going to send 15 in motion. Design rollout left, and he's under a little bit of pressure. Unloads and almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted. We got a late flag on the center of the field there. That was Quentin Powell, number 23, on the coverage.
Good break on the ball by Q. Ball was underthrown, so he couldn't quite get there.
Burbernis, number 4, was the intended receiver. Let's see what this flag is. Might be a holding.
You know, he picked that flag up pretty quick. I wonder if it's inadvertent.
Oh, just fell out.
Wave it off.
So that's good news.
No flag.
Yeah. Now they're going to go trips to the right on a 3rd and 7 to the short side of the field. Look for single coverage on the left. I don't know if they're going to try to pick on Q. That's not real smart. Shotgun. And he's going to look down the middle for the post pattern. Starting to break down. A little bit of pressure. Rolls out of it, though. Boy, he's got some wheels. Up to the 40, 45, 50. First down, Enriquez. Shane Sunday had him in his sights and just couldn't get him.
Couldn't get him. Junton and Chase. You know, we haven't really seen, we have so many weapons in the air. Great quarterback in J.D. Johnson here tonight. And we haven't really seen much of a ground game at all.
Haven't had to. But that last drive, it was pure spread. Trip receivers one side, twins to the other. There's an old saying in football, if they can't stop it, why change?
Yeah.
But there's so many different formations that work well for the Pioneers. And you know, with Matty Goodlow out now, you may see us go to more of a passing attack.
Yeah.
That may be what we decide to do. Here comes a kick from Johnson. He's going to boot it deep. And are we going to have a chance to return this?
Not that one.
In the end zone it goes. So Pinnacle come out 1st and 10 from the 20. 6th possession of the night for the Pioneers. 5 for 5 so far, 5 touchdowns.
So, folks, just want to make a little bit of announcement.
3 on the line, and they're going to only rush. They're going to bring a 4th. JD's got all day. And great shot over to Jacob
open
at the 45. Good move to the 50, all the way up to the 47-yard line.
We got a flag there.
Nice little shake and bake by Jacob Brady, huh? That was a great move, Jacob. Had a kid. What are they calling? Is there
well, that was after the catch, so.
Was there a holding call on the receiver that was blocking downfield, perhaps?
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're going to call. We still get the yardage, though. So it'll maintain first down yardage. It's
so
just
from the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
So that'll still be a first down for the Pioneers.
Great play design. There was nobody around Jacob. He came out of the backfield, ran a little dig route or over the middle, so nobody around him. And then nice job with that move. 1st and 10 from the 41 for Pinnacle on the move again. It would be great to just score on every drive tonight, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We're on our way. Motion to trips with Jepson. JD, quick throw, complete
Shane
again
Sunday?
to Jake. No, that's Jacob Brady, or is that Sunday?
Sunday.
I think that's Jacob, 21.
Oh, was it
Yeah,
21?
Jacob
Okay.
Brady.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's hard to see these numbers sometimes. So that's 3 in a row to Jacob Brady. So that game plan in the halftime, they saw something here, and they're certainly taking advantage of it. 2nd and 4 for JD, trips right. Gonna look to his right, got all day. Here comes the screen, complete up to the 55, to the 45,
The Covington.
44.
Flag on the field.
Caleb Covington in the open field is always dangerous. You gonna get Pinnacle again here? They're gonna wave it off.
Wave it off.
Okay.
That one particular ref, his flag's fallen out of his pocket a few times there.
Got to get some stickum there, ref. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left, third quarter, 35-28, Pinnacle on the move again. Trips right, J.D. Johnson in the gun, Twins left. Here comes Horizon, they're rushing 2 backers. He's got to get rid of it, and it's complete up to the 38, 39-yard line.
Havner, I think, that's number 28, I believe.
Great job by J.D. to see that blitz coming and to get rid of that prior to, because he took a pretty good hit.
that's 22, Jepson, I'm sorry.
Jack Jepson. That's good for 6 or 7. That's going to create another short yardage second down for Pinnacle. Same formation. They're not going to get out of it until Horizon can get a stop. And another blitz. JD's under pressure this time. Boy, does a good job. Now he's just going to try to get rid of it.
And he does.
Smart play. So Horizon sees this, and they're going to go, look, we're just going to gamble and send our backers after you. You know, I mean,
got to be careful there. Yeah, I mean, the Pinnacle receivers can create a lot of separation there, and that can end up costing Horizon big. So a big third down here for the Huskies. I mean, for the Pioneers.
Yeah, 3rd and 4.
And Huskies got to try to make a stop.
And are they going to send a backer again? Yes, they are. They're going to send 2. So you got 2 linebackers showing blitz for Pinnacle, and Pinnacle's got no backs to help out. You've got only those 5 linemen up there, and it's a numbers game. We're going to go motion with Jepson to the left. And is that a timeout on Horizon?
Timeout Horizon.
It
so
is.
That's going to be their first one.
There's your chess match. So the
Exactly.
defensive coordinator's going, all right, you guys are going to spread us out. We're going to go after your quarterback. You know, we're going to send 6 people. You only got 5 guys to block. We're going to try to get to him before you can get rid of the ball.
But, you know, Johnson's got a quick release,
He
you
does.
know. So, I'm not so concerned about that. And, you know, this can end up costing Horizon big. But, you know, the receiver's got to catch it when he's under a lot of pressure. One of our sponsors this year is Wright Toyota. If you're going places that you never have before, our commitment to customer service is second to none. If you're in the market for a new automobile, come and check us out. We have an inventory of new and pre-owned cars. The right place, right selection. Please be sure to visit Wright Toyota at 7701 East Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard. Let's go places. A Big Blue sponsor of Pinnacle Football.
So a big third down for Pinnacle. We've got a 7-point lead with 5:35 left in the third quarter. Way too close for comfort. And it's 3rd and 4 at the Horizon 38-yard line. Now we get rid of the spread look, and we're going into something a little more traditional. We got 2 backs with a tight end in and split receivers. Johnson under center. Ground and pound time. And right up the middle is, Alonzo Meyer, who's going to pick up the first down with a good second effort and good push by the offensive line.
Great call by the Pioneer offense.
And now so we've abandoned the spread. It's so hard to figure out what
right.
offensive coordinator Mike Brown's going to throw at you.
You know, you also got to, I know that Mike Brown's, you got to protect the ball.
Yeah, you do. And now we're in a double tight look with a single back. It is pure pound time. And here we throw. JD, good play call to the 30, up to the 25.
Nice
all the
move
way up
by
to the
Maya.
20, 22-yard line. So you look like you're going to go right up the gut. Instead, he just hits a little dump off to the left. Great play design. And that's going to be good for, is it first down yardage? Nope, we're going to be
a little bit short there. Giffen, number 9 on the tackle.
2nd and 2 for the Pioneers. Same look, double tight, single back, motion. And it's going to be a jet sweep, and he's going to throw. No, he's not. He's going to take a big loss. No, he's going to throw.
Throws it away.
Goodness.
Got a late flag from the other side of the field there.
And J.D. Johnson's catching an earful from offensive coordinator Mike Brown. I don't know if he didn't run the right route or what happened there. But interesting.
That flag was on the other side of the field. So
an eligible receiver downfield against Pinnacle. So that's going to move us back. And that's going to create, we had 2nd and short. We're going to move to now 2nd and 11 probably after this.
Is that a 10-yarder?
I think so. It might be 5. You know what, Tim, you're right. It might be 5. Let's see. Got to brush up on the high school rules here.
Yeah, they are a little different.
Yep, 5 yards. You're correct. So that'll create a 2nd and 7 then, as opposed to the 2nd and 2. And they were trying to throw back to J.D. Johnson there. That's exactly what was going on. We saw that with Spencer a lot last year, where they'd run that play.
Yeah, because Rattler floats out there. But, you know, J.D., there was a lot of personnel around him.
Ball's on the ground, and that's your first Pinnacle turnover of the year right there, folks. And Horizon recovers the fumble. Well, now
34 picks that up for the Huskies. That's Ryan Alsop.
Well, folks, I understand we had some, we lost our internet connection a little bit earlier. Hopefully we've gotten it back. When we're on the road and we cover games, I can tell you that depending on where we're at, sometimes we run into some snafus because we can't control everything with what kind of coverage they have with the internet and the things that we do to broadcast. So hopefully you're still with us live here.
Well, this is the first turnover by the Pioneers, so the defense is really going to have to play because Horizon's kept this game tight, and they've controlled the ball.
They're only a touchdown down, so you want to talk about gut check time, it's right now. You know, first turnover of the year. And, you know, defense, we've gotten at least one tonight. We had the pick 6 by Junton in the first half.
Well, I don't know if they're going to air it out a lot here, so it'll be interesting to see what the Huskies dial up. So 4:28 left in the third quarter.
And they've got number 10 in there, Jake Martinelli at quarterback now. Oh, actually, and he's back there with Enriquez, so go either way. And it's going to be a handoff to Enriquez up the middle, and he's got some room to the 40, to the 50, all the way up to the 46-yard line of Pinnacle.
Crawford, number 20 on the tackle.
Tim, we got ourselves a ball game now.
Yeah.
And Pioneers checking in is number 81, Shane Sunday.
The Huskies are moving the ball against Pinnacle defense.
Yeah, they are. Jackson Kelly checking out. Trap game.
Yeah.
We talked about that before. Can't overlook them. I mean, they're a rival. So Horizon at the 46. And Martinelli's going to hand off again to Enriquez. This time Pinnacle's right there, a host of them.
Yeah, Junton and number 25 sniffed that one right out.
They also had number 9 for Pinnacle, the defensive end. That's Russell Johnson on the tackle. So it creates a 2nd and 10. Have we seen a punt today, this entire game?
No.
Wow.
Not one.
We're almost into the fourth quarter, and there hasn't been one punt this entire game. That tells you a little bit about.
So Junton's coming out, shaking up on that play. Tutter Brooks, number 35, coming in.
They may test him early. Pure spread look. Martinelli's going to run it, though. QB draw. And pretty decent job. Down at the 40.
They find a way of sneaking it through there for the Huskies. That's a gain of about 5.
Junton checking back in. And this creates a very important 3rd and 4. From the 40-yard line. Big Sam coming in. They're going to try to plug that middle. What's Horizon going to throw at us here? And now they're going to go back to, yeah, it's still Martinelli, number 10 at quarterback. Trips to the right with a slot, overloaded to the right-hand side. And they're going to run the option. And Pinnacle's going to be in a pretty good position to stop it. I think he's short.
Yeah. Jumped it in number 25 on the tackle.
Amr Junta, number 25, after 2 games, is on track to break the single season tackle record average per game. So he's always around the ball.
So the Huskies pretty confident here. They're keeping the offense in here.
Wow.
Giffen, number 9.
4th and
Martinelli, number 10 at quarterback.
4th and 2.
Backfield.
They're playing like they have nothing to lose. Trips left, shotgun. And you got to watch that snap count. And that's exactly what they're doing. Defensive line's got to really watch that snap count. And they're overloaded to the left. Now they're going to take the timeout.
Yep.
That's twice tonight they tried to get us to jump.
Yeah, well, the Pinnacle coaches were yelling at the 25-second clock because it was almost down to 0. So timeout Pinnacle, or timeout Horizon.
Be curious to see what they decide to do here, Tim.
I don't know, read option, I would say. So, hey, one of our Pioneer sponsors, new sponsor, is Charles Schwab. North Scottsdale office is a proud sponsor of Pinnacle football this year. Please stop by our office on Thompson Peak in Hayden if you'd like help or guidance in your investing or wealth management needs. Go Pioneers, a proud sponsor of Pinnacle football.
Well, we've got ourselves a ball game. You know, it's crazy. Coach Hardall and I are good buddies, right? So we always wager what we think friendly wager. Final score. I had Pinnacle winning tonight by quite a bit.
Yeah, well.
He had it a lot closer. So again, I'm going to have to
dish it up,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he knows that I don't, but apparently he's better at this. So 4th and 2. This is huge. Play of the game for the defense tonight right now. Twins left. Martinelli, I formation. And they're going to go with a fake handoff. He's going to throw the ball. He's looking deep. He's under a little bit of pressure, and the ball is no good. Are they going to throw? You know what? They're not going to call interference because the ball was not catchable.
Right.
And that is Trevor Crawford on making that play on defense.
So putting Alonzo Maya, number 31, was really putting some heat on him back there. So this is huge because the Huskies are going to turn it over on downs. Big, big stop for the Pioneer defense.
Momentum swing. You know, in many cases, especially a rivalry game, it's all about momentum. And I'm sure Spencer would love to be in there right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be killing him not to be in here, for this.
Especially at your senior year.
Yeah, against your rival. Hey, 2 years ago, it took double overtime to beat these guys.
Yeah.
And Spencer just made an incredible run to do it.
Yeah, they went for it.
They went for 2 instead of tying it to go to triple overtime. Coach Zupke told Spencer, the ball's in your hand, go win this game. That's when he was a sophomore, which was a great call on Zupke's part. Here we are. It's going to be a handoff over to the right. A little bit of a jet sweep. Not a lot of room. And maybe
Alonzo
a yard.
Maya, number 31, with the touch there.
So maybe a yard. Boy, you want this drive, you need 7 here to get a little breathing room again. You really do. Bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 40 for Pinnacle. And they're going to stay with Alonzo Maya in the backfield. J.D. Johnson going under center. Got a power left formation. And play action. This time J.D.'s going to go deep. He's going up top. Look out. Do we have a step by Libman? We do. Oh, he doesn't come down.
He had that. Great defensive play by number 23, Cole Johnson, staying step for step with Lidman.
And now we got Lidman short. It's slow to get up. That was a well-thrown ball.
Absolutely. Got a flag also back there.
Really well-thrown ball. He just couldn't hang on to it. And I think he's going to come off the field. You know, as humid and as hot as it is right now, I think a lot of these kids are they're just
feeling the
exhausted.
effects of the heat. So that's going to be against Pioneers.
So here you lose your top receiver, or one of them on the year. Looks like he's cramping up down there. So he's out. And you go with a holding penalty now to 2nd and 20 from the 30-yard line, holding on to a 7-point lead.
Interesting third quarter here,
Minute 7 left in the third quarter. You know what? This is good, though. A little perseverance. They need to get tested like this. You want to end up winning your last game of the season, you got to get through games like this. JD is going to fake handoff and looking for some time. Unloads it to Covington. Not a lot of room there, though.
No.
We may pick up 3 or 4 yards. It's going to create a very important 3rd and 14.
Rudolph, number 6, on the tackle. So big 3rd and long here for the Pioneers.
And I see they're taking a look at Trevor Crawford on the trainer's table, safety. I think the kids are just cramping up.
Yeah, it's the heat tonight. It's a rough one out here. The air is very stagnant, no breeze whatsoever.
Libman's back in the game. Trips right. He's on that side. Pure spread. Here comes JD. Surveys the field. Dumps it off to Q, who's going to get tackled at about the 38, well short of first down yardage. That's going to create a 4th and 10 from our own 38. And for the first time tonight, folks, with the end of the 3rd quarter coming, a punting situation is going to occur on either side of the ball. This time, Pinnacle.
So J.D. Johnson, another quarterback punter for the Pioneers.
Yeah, they like to do that. They have
that's going to
Spencer.
end the 3rd quarter. So the Pioneers on top, 35 to 28. And we got 1 quarter to go as Pioneers are going to get ready to punt. This is interesting, Todd.
It is.
So big stop by the Huskies defense here. Big stop previously by the Pioneers defense. So
now, we have that formation. You brought this up, Tim. Why do we have our starting quarterback and our backup quarterback as a starting punter and backup punter?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they're both really good at punting the ball.
Right.
That's the first thing. But the second thing is, and we saw this constantly last year.
If they see something.
They have the option to go for it.
Right.
I remember Spencer last year was a magician when it was 4th and 13.
And you have to respect that. Some opposing teams, they don't even put a guy back there.
No, because if you have any hole in there, they're going to pick you apart.
Right.
Would we have the guts to do that at our own 37 or 38, holding on to a 7-point lead? That's a different question. I highly doubt it. But if there's something that's right there, you might. It'd be a huge momentum shifter. Centennial last year, what did we hit? Four 4th down fake punts? And you can't even call it a fake punt. It's just that formation that goes, well, it's an option. We're either going to go for it or we're going to punt. One of the two. Well, we got a ball game here, folks. Certainly more exciting. It's not the blowout that a lot of people expected.
Well, hats off to the Huskies.
Yeah.
They've done a good job here tonight. They're 0-2 coming in this game. Well, Pinnacle is 2-0. So, like you said, they've got nothing to lose.
Well, this is, you want to call it their Super Bowl, but,
yeah,
they've never beaten us. It's a rival game, and we've got a target on our back. Number 1 in the state. There's a giant bullseye on our back. So, JD to punt. And they are going to run this fake formation, and he decides to punt it, and this is going to be somewhat effective. It really is. Almost hit the guy. Down to the 17. That's why that formation is so interesting.
Yeah, because he looks. He definitely takes a look and kicks it at the last possible second.
Good job by the special teams. Games like this, special teams can win or lose a ball game.
Right. So, again, here Pioneers defense is going to come up to the challenge here. They got to come up with a big stop.
Need another turnover is what we need.
Yeah.
On the night, we're even at 1-1 with Horizon.
Yeah, but we got points off ours.
We did, and that's the difference in the ballgame.
Right.
Take a look at it. So I was wrong on that earlier. So our offense has scored on 4 possessions, and then Juntman added the other one.
Big 6.
Absolutely. So in on the Pioneer defensive line, you've got number 99, Jamelli. Number 9 is the defensive end, and that is Russell Johnson. Big Sam, number 52. And number 81 is the tight end and defensive end for the Pioneers.
Enriquez back at quarterback.
It's Sunday. So, Enriquez back. And they're going to look over to the right. He's going to unload. He's got an open receiver. It's complete to the 25. Shakes a tackle up to the 32-yard line. That's going to be first down yardage.
Jumped it in number 25 on the tackle there.
Clay Zupke was over there as well, number 24. So the safeties, you got Zupke, 24, and Kyle Bryant, number 11. I saw him looking at Crawford earlier, so he may be cramping on as well. Horizon's going to come out, double twins. And Pinnacle getting tested, no question, by this Husky team. Backers are up pretty close.
Showing blitz.
Yeah, they did a run blitz basically, and it's effective. So no, you had all 3 linebackers within a yard of the ball. And Enriquez went back to that read option. This time he handed it off, so.
No gain on that play.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Given's got to come out, lost his helmet.
Again, Drew Acor is coming back in on the D line. We're going to bring Jamelli out, catch a breather. You can tell, you're looking down here on the sidelines, and there's some kids that are just cramped up and exhausted.
Yeah, it's a warm night tonight, folks.
2nd and 10. Enriquez in the gun. Look for that read option again. And there it is. He keeps it this time. He's got a hole at the middle. That's first down yardage up to the 43-yard line.
Number 25 on the tackle. He just ducks his head and plows forward. I mean,
well, with that read option, you're trying to create one-on-one matchups, and he's going to read the linebackers to see where they're going. And he's also going to look at the line to see if the hole's there for him to keep it and run through. And it's been effective for him tonight. 1st and 10 from the 42. Holding on to a 7-point lead, 4th quarter. Enriquez looks to his right. He's going to go deep. They're going for it all right here. On coverage is Havner. And the ball's way out of bounds. You can't throw a penalty on that. The ball's 5 yards out of bounds. It's not catchable.
Wow.
Come on. Really? That's horrible. There was some contact, no question. That ball was 5 or 7 yards out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
How do you call a pass interference when the ball's 7 yards out of bounds?
That's a bad call. Way out of bounds.
I mean, there was contact. But
and the contact was out of bounds.
Right. They pretty much took themselves out of the play. Oh, well. You're going to get some calls, and some others are going to go the way that you really don't want, and that doesn't help. So that's going to be a first down for the Huskies. All the way down to the 43-yard line. 10:16 left, folks. We're in a dogfight. Holy cow.
Well, Pioneers have made a couple of mistakes, and,
yeah,
just call or two that doesn't go one way or the other, and, here you are.
They may have overlooked the Huskies. They really might have. Double twins, shotgun. Enriquez is going to go back, and he's under pressure. Escapes again up to the 50, and he's just going to throw it up out of bounds, basically. And Coach Zupke's really upset over something that happened on the sideline.
Alonzo Maya putting the heat on him. So, I wanted to say that, Horizon last year played, Pinnacle's in 6A, top division.
Right.
Horizon wasn't it. They just dropped down to 5A.
Right.
So they're used to playing at this level.
Oh, sure. And last year we beat them 58-6, so it wasn't close last year. But again, they lost 2 games this year that were really close to pretty good football teams. So, and with the kids, they may not have overlooked them. You just give credit that Horizon's playing really tough.
Yeah, a lot of heart there tonight.
They really have. So 2nd and 10.
10:07 left.
Enriquez, still that single back look. Going to go with another read option. Let's see. No, this time it's a pure option. And he catches the edge to the 40. Good hit by Kyle Bryant. Kyle Bryant put the shoulder down and said, hello. That's going to create an interesting 3rd and 7. I'll call it 6. 3rd and 6 for Horizon. And what are they going to come up with here? They're going to go with, they're going to keep the power formation to the right with twin receivers and the tight end to the right and the back to the right.
Big 3rd down.
Yeah, you got single coverage to the left. And Enriquez is going to look to his right under some pressure. This time they get him. They finally got him. The kid's been slippery all night. And Amrik Juntman, who else?
Yep.
Number 25, along with 74. A nice job by 74 for Pinnacle. That was
Jackson Kelly.
So now we're sitting here at 4th and 7. Play of the game right here.
Yeah.
So far. It absolutely is.
No punting unit, no hesitation.
We've got a 7-point lead, and we're midway through the 4th quarter, and they're at 4th.
8:53 and ticking.
Yeah, and they're at 4th and 7.
Play clock's at 10.
So Pinnacle doesn't look like they're going to blitz. Trips to the right, power formation to the right. Enriquez drops back to throw, and he's going to go up top high, and the ball is out of bounds. So the Pioneers hold.
Nice play.
Coverage by Jack Havner, number 28.
Nice play, getting in there to break that up and force that pass to go out of bounds. So Horizon's going to turn it over on downs. Great stop by the Pioneer defense.
Haven't had a lot of them tonight, but that was timely.
That was a big one.
Now it's time
to
take control.
Yes.
This is a huge drive. For J.D. Johnson, that offensive line, and all the kids that are there, this is huge.
Because, the thing is if Pinnacle can put up some points here, Horizon isn't explosive enough to put up quick points, I don't think.
Yeah, they've got a pretty decent offense, though.
They do, but
it's not an air attack. Yeah, you're right. So here comes JD, and it's going to be a shovel pass over the middle, and look out up
Jepson.
to the 50 to the 45. We're out to the races to the 40 to the 45 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's hit for the touchdown.
Just like that. Big play. Nice shovel pass by Johnson to Jack Jepson. Jepson, number 22. This is going to put 6 on the board. Got a late flag coming in.
Jack Jepson. Jepson and the Jets. Did you see the Jets that kid just put on?
Oh, yeah.
Holy smoke.
And there's Spencer Rattler right down there at the end zone there cheering on his team.
Boy, a game of momentum, isn't it?
Sideline warning against the Pioneers.
Well, they kind of lost their mind a little, I'm sure. Great play call, first of all.
Absolutely.
Coach Brown really came out. I haven't seen that shovel pass in all year. What a great time to run it.
So Malvic, number 82 for the PAT. This is exactly what the Pioneers needed.
Snaps down. Kick is up.
And Malvic bangs that one through.
And it's good.
42 to 28 with 8:23 left in the game, folks.
Fireworks are happening.
But again, just that quick strike by the Pioneers. One play. The Pinnacle Football and the Pioneer Football Club would like to personally thank all the dedicated sponsors for the generous support in helping all the Pinnacle football student athletes reach their goals on and off the field. Please make sure you stop in and visit all our sponsors during your day-to-day routine and thank them for supporting the program and our kids.
Well, and I'm a personal thank you to the championship sponsor, Hayes Heating and Cooling. I called them at 9 o'clock this morning and said, hey, man, our ceiling is not doing good. Water was leaking.
Oh, wow.
And they were out there by 12:30, and the guy was as professional as you can imagine. He did a great job. So they just gained a new client in me today, I'll tell you that. All right, kickoff team.
So Malvic, number 82, set the kickoff.
Well, okay, so what are you going to kick deep? Are you going to squib it? What are we going to do here? 8:23 left. Now we got 14 points we're sitting on. We got a tired defense, though, too. Yeah, we're going deep. Not quite to the goal line, so they're going to go ahead and take it out up to the 10, to the 15. He's got a little bit of a hole, and good job up the middle at 22. Special teams coverage on the kickoff has been
Brooks,
great.
number 35, in there on the tackle.
You haven't seen a lot of returns on this year, certainly not. And last year, I'm not sure if we allowed one single kickoff return for a touchdown.
No, not yet.
I don't think we did.
Cooper Dirk, number 27, also in on that tackle.
So with 8:17 left and a 14-point lead for Pinnacle, what do we expect from Horizon? Are they going to get in the hurry up here a little bit, or are they just going to stick to their game plan?
Well, I think they got to start moving the ball a little bit more. You know, they're 2 scores down now, so they got to get a quick 6 and turn around and a stop.
So Enriquez back in at quarterback, number 3. Kid's a player.
Really, they've only stopped the Pinnacle offense once tonight.
Double twins. Oh, here's your read option. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's got a little bit of a hole. Look out for Giffen. 35-40, and they're going to run him out of bounds. Maya is going to get penalized for a late hit out of bounds. And that's going to move them up from the 42 plus 15. They're going to be down at our 42-yard line, I think, when it's all said and done. You know, it's hard, kids. Sometimes you get near that sideline.
Well, no, and you got the momentum going. You can't. Yeah. You're already going that way. It's hard to pull up.
Don't go anywhere, folks, because we've got. I'm telling you, this is a heck of a battle. And I give full credit to
injured Pioneer down there sitting down. I'm not sure who that is.
Is that Maya? It is Maya, number 31. So, you know, the heat's got to have a little bit to do with this. I've seen kids cramping up left and right. And so Alonzo Maya, number 31, checking out. You see him on both sides of the ball, running back and linebacker. And a timeout on, is it a timeout for Pinnacle?
Yes.
I think so.
No, Horizon took that one.
Horizon? Okay.
Oh, no, that was an injury timeout.
Okay.
That was a quick injury timeout.
Quick water break. Huskies are on the line.
And the Huskies, talking about timeout, Pinnacle's got all 3 of theirs. Horizon's got 1.
So Barkowski, number 37, in at middle linebacker for the Pioneers. He's a senior, 5'10", 190. And it's going to be handoff right up the middle, and he just took a good shot. Oh, man.
71. Drew Acord, number 71.
Yeah, 5-yard gain. Or it might have been Junton. Junton took a pretty good pop by that running back. So they're going to stay with their ground game. They're going to try to go right up the middle on us. So that's a pretty healthy offensive line they've got. Some big kids. Enriquez, double twins, spread. Going to look to his left. He's going up top. Q's on coverage, and that's going to be an interception for Quentin Powell. Hello, Q. Wait a minute. Yes.
Quentin Powell. He had it the whole time.
Textbook coverage from Quentin Powell, and that is gigantic.
Tyler Irvine was the intended receiver, number 5.
Well, they went for the quick score, and Q shut him down. Great job,
No,
Q.
was that Q or was that
Wasn't it
Zubke? I think that might have been
No, that's 23.
Was it 23?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that was Q.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
it was 23. That is huge. That's our second turnover of the game. We really needed that. Very timely. Or third.
So, Pinnacle's pinned back deep, but if they can turn this around and put points on it, I would say that'll probably put the nail in the coffin.
Well, here comes the interesting strategy. Is Coach Brown going to basically put this on the shoulders of his offensive line and say, I want 5 yards at a time? But now you have Maya hurt. Or he's not hurt, but he came out. So there goes another running back.
Well, no,
What's he going to do? There? And it's going to be a handoff up the middle.
I think that is.
For about 3 or 4. No, you're right. It is Maya.
31.
Maybe just tired.
Tired and feeling the effects of the heat here tonight. So, like I said, folks, it's warm.
So 2 yards and a cloud of turf. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Seven minutes, 9 seconds, and counting. And I think at this point, we're going to let that clock just kind of wind. Get out of here. Try to stay healthy for next week. Here's that motion left look, and it's going to be a quick pop up the middle of the fullback. We got a little bit of room. Look out. We're off to the races. 25-30, 35-40, 45-50. Jutton down the sideline for his second touchdown today to the 25-20, 15-10, 5. That's Amrik Johnson, and good night.
Incredible.
Na. Hey, goodbye.
So that's going to be the nail in the coffin. Here we go. I think the Huskies are starting to run out a little bit of gas here.
I'm going to tell you something.
I mean, he was out of gas at the end of that run, but, great way to finish it off there.
That kid, though, Amrik Johnson, you know what he does? He gets stronger as the game goes on. There's a lot of fantastic athletes on this team. Spencer, I mean, you name it. Number 25 doesn't take a backseat to anybody.
No.
The kid can play. Great job by Johnson. So now we're 48, going to be 49-28 if we PAT pending.
Jansen Melvick for the PAT.
And the snap was, we mishandled it for a second.
Yeah,
great job getting it back. That's with 18. That is Zach Futuros. Does a great job as the holder there. So PATs, we were perfect all of last season. PATs were perfect right now. We haven't missed an extra point in 2 seasons.
And Malvick's kicked them, and so has Dominic Persy, number 87. So he's been in the game, and he's kicked a few of them too.
Wow. Amazing.
We haven't seen Persy tonight. It's all been Malvick tonight.
Well, listen, I'm gonna give credit to the guys in green. They really fought us tough tonight.
They did.
And we still have 6:45 left. I mean, crazier things have happened, but I think Pinnacle's now, they've finally just gotten to the point where they've,
enough is enough.
And that was a great, just a lead fullback draw play. And if you got Covington doing that or you got Junton doing that, all you need is to make one guy miss.
And the speed takes over.
It absolutely does. Speed kills. So in for the kick, is that Havner?
No, Malvick.
Or Malvick, sorry. Yeah, he's going to boom it. This might get to the end zone. Nope, down at the 4, up to the 10, 15, to the 20. A little bit of a hole. Good job on the return team. Boy, you love to see 6 or 7 kids on the ball on the tackle.
And who's on the bottom of that pile?
About half the team.
Late flag coming in.
Yeah, which way are they going to go? this point in the game when the kids are tired like this, and Phoenix isn't a humid place compared to most parts of the country. Tonight it's humid. It's really humid. We're going to get tagged with this, I think, guys.
So I think that Cooper Dirk again on that tackle.
Okay, so personal foul call on Sean Borkowski, the linebacker. Might have just been a little animated, not sure. It happens. Well, so Horizon now down by 21 is going to have to open it up and open it up quickly. And if they score, you're going to see some onside kick opportunities. So let's see if Pinnacle can get another pick. Had 2 interceptions tonight.
So Jake Martinelli, number 10 in at QB tonight, right now. Giving Enriquez a little bit of a rest.
He's got a good arm, too.
And Guerrillo, number 2 in the backfield.
Well, we came in averaging 56 points a game. We need to tack one more on to keep that up, huh?
Yep.
And they're going to just run the ball. Great job on defense. Holy smokes.
Maya, number 31. A lot of tackles tonight for Maya. He's been all over the place this evening.
And you do have some different linebackers, some different kids in there. So I noticed.
Another late flag coming in.
You got number 7, that's Greg Alley in at linebacker, and you got Barkowski. So they're giving Junton a well-deserved rest and having some other kids in on defense.
And that penalty is going to be against the Pioneers. I'm not sure what the call is. That's a 15-yarder. Drew Acord, number 71 on that personal foul.
Well, you don't see 2 personal foul penalties very often against Pinnacle back-to-back. Makes you wonder what's going on down there. But in any event, doesn't help with field position because now they got 1st and 10 from the 47.
Refs blow the whistle there, waiting on something.
Yep, you got Kenji Rowland in at safety over on the left-hand side. Or not safety, corner. It's number 8. And I think Clay Zupke's in at safety, where he has been most of the game.
He has.
Along with number 11. Clay's 24. Kyle Bryant's number 11. Big Sam in the middle. Plug up any kind of run. And they're going to throw Martinelli. He's going to throw about a 15-yard pass. It's complete and stays on his feet up to the 42.
That's going to be enough for Husky. Mullins, number 1. Mullins, enough for a Husky first down.
Yeah, they're not going away. If we can hang on to the same score, it'll be 3 weeks in a row, 20-point-plus victories.
So Zupke coming out and Crawford coming in, number 20 at corner.
So Martinelli in the shotgun, Twins left. Going to be a draw over to the left-hand side.
Guerrillo.
Good hit by Maya again. Tick-tock. 5:30 and counting. And I'm surprised Horizon isn't being a little more up-tempo, aren't you?
It's interesting that Martinelli and Enriquez are kind of sharing the time here. I don't know if they have a little bit more faith in Martinelli's arm. And
maybe so.
And,
different skill set. Yeah. Enriquez certainly can run.
Oh, yeah.
He can certainly run, for sure. Twins left, Twins right, so double Twins look, shotgun. And Martinelli's going to go to the right-hand side, but he does have a nice arm. Great throw and catch.
Yeah,
First down.
He got that.
Boy, he put some pepper on that thing.
Kenji Rowland, number 8 on the coverage.
That was a nice throw.
Yeah, it was.
25-yard seam. Just go route.
Rowland didn't see that one coming.
Well, he got there in a hurry.
He did.
It looked like Spencer throwing the ball. That thing had some heat on it.
Like I said, I think maybe Martinelli's got the arm and
Enriquez got
has
the
legs. Wheels. Yeah, the wheels.
Well, they had that formation earlier where they had them both in, which is kind of interesting.
Well, when you do that, it gives the Huskies a lot of options.
Yeah, it does.
You can. Who's getting the ball?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a prediction. Horizon's gonna win their share of 5A games this year.
I think so. They just had some tough goings here.
No,
I think they're going to come in a little bit softer part of their schedule now after this. I'm not sure what their schedule is.
This is a pretty decent football team. It really is. And they've played really hard against us tonight. There's no question. So Martinelli's going to stay in the shotgun. Double Twins. Single back is Chris Grillo.
420 and ticking.
And they're going to hand it off to Grillo up the middle. He's got a little bit of a hold down to the 5 and all the way into the end zone. Touchdown. 49-34. And are they going to go for 2 or just go for the PAT? This will be an interesting choice. Probably just kick the PAT, I would assume.
Yeah, I think so. I think the kicking unit's coming in.
Well, they're not going away, are they?
Nope.
So week 1 is 59-33. Week 2 is 56-34, I believe, right? And now we're sitting here at 49-34. If we tack on, if we somehow come out and tack on a touchdown,
yeah,
we'll have 3 games with very similar scores in a row. Extra point's good. So the Huskies have managed to score 35 on us, more than Mount Point did.
49-35 with 4:15 left in the game here, folks. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one ends up. You got, with Pinnacle coming up with the ball back. Our championship level sponsor again, one more big shout out to Hayes Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Hayes Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. It pays to call Hayes, the last HVAC company in Phoenix you'll ever need. The most dependable provider of quality-driven air conditioning service, repair, and maintenance in the Greater Valley. Visit them at HayesCoolingAndHeating.com for details. Our championship level sponsor of Pinnacle football this year.
So you're going to see the hands team for kick return for Pinnacle. And folks, if you don't know what that means, you're expecting an onside kick. If the ball goes 10 yards or more and you can recover it, then it's your ball, right?
Right.
So when you have a hands team, and you're going to look at all these guys here on the screen, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's see here, 5. You're running a 5-4 basically, a shallow 5-4, trying to cover everything up. And these guys all have good hands. That's why they're on the hands team. And then they boot it deep. Now watch Covington take this back 95 yards. Here comes Caleb over the middle. He's going to make a little cut onto the inside. He's up to the 27-yard line.
Flag in the backfield there. A lot of flags coming out now.
I am shocked that they kicked that deep.
And that's going to be against the Pioneers. Looks like a holding call.
I'm shocked that they kicked that deep. They're down 14 with 4 minutes. I guess they've only got 1 timeout. Does that make any sense to you?
No, not really.
Unless they saw, when you got 9 guys up like that, though, there's not a lot of holes. But if nothing else, they could have tried a middle squib.
Oh, blocking the back. So Jepson, that penalty is going to be against.
So Pinnacle holding on to a 14-point lead, 4th quarter, 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. 1st and 10 from their own 9. And if nothing else,
that's where they were last time.
What else would you expect with 4 minutes left? How about some Neil Diamond?
Yeah.
Right? Just play a sing-along song. And Pinnacle's going to start singing. I wouldn't yet, though. It's not over. JD under center. There's that double wing look that we ran.
Lonzo Maya, number 31.
That look you just saw where you have 2 tight ends, you have 2 wing backs, quarterback under center, and the tailback is the military academies run it, and they call it the triple option, basically. I've also heard it called the double wing. And we set a school record last year with 77 points against Desert Mountain.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And that's when Oklahoma's coach came out to watch Spencer play.
Yeah.
Their head coach, Riley, I think. And Dana runs for like 600 yards. It's pretty funny. Here comes Covington on the left-hand side. Nice cut to get about 3 or 4 yards.
And that's going to be looks like enough for a Pinnacle first down.
Well, at this point, if you can chew up the clock and pick up 3 or 4 first downs and get out of here with a 14-point lead and call it good, I think that's a good idea. But I do have to say, 14-point victory, I expected it to be more like 20 to 24. And Horizon's they played tough tonight. So give credit where credit's due.
So shout out to David Lewerke, who's out there seeing his son, Brian, play. The Spartans won today, 38-21. Probably a little bit closer than they would like it.
38-31,
hey,
that's pretty close.
It's a victory.
I was watching that game like you were in the first half. Utah State, their quarterback was no joke. He could play.
Michigan State, ranked number 11 in the nation this year.
So 3:27 left. Pinnacle's going to stay in that triple option double wing look.
I was watching that first game. first half of that game, and it was pretty close. Utah State played them well.
Yeah, they were a lot better than I thought they'd be.
Well, they had Michigan State's got 19 returning players, and then Utah State's got 18.
Yeah.
So
JD's going to let the clock run all the way down, which is smart. Let's chew up the clock. 3:11 and counting. He's going to let the play clock get down about 7 seconds. And Pinnacle's going to run straight up the middle for about 3. Was that Maya?
Yep.
And folks, if you didn't hear earlier, we've got Matt Goodlow, our starting tailback in the first couple of games, is going to be out for the season with a knee injury, unfortunately. So shout out to you, Matt. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh yeah, next year he'll be
with strength, without a doubt. Kid's a whale of a football player. He's D1 talent football, without a doubt. 2nd and 8. Triple option, double wing look. This time they're going to do a fake handoff. Oh, right up the middle. Flag flies, and Pinnacle's off to the races. It's probably going to come back, and Caleb Covington just put on the Jets and gets another touchdown. But it's coming back. Holding, offense, yeah. So, showed off his wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb runs a 4, I don't know.
4-4, 4-5.
Yeah, 4-4, 4-5. Caleb's like, I got it.
That's okay. We can do it again. So that's all right. That chews up some clock there. 2:21 left in the game.
And that'll turn 2nd and 8. That turned into a touchdown into a 2nd and
that penalty
18.
was against number 70 or 79.
I think they said 70. I think that's the team captain. Yeah,
Mickelson.
Yeah, he's a good player. Matt Mickelson's a great lineman. And we've had a couple of penalties tonight, more than we had the first couple of games with the linemen. Sometimes it just depends on who the referees are. They say you can call holding on about half the plays if you wanted to.
And then you see flags coming in late. I mean, this is an emotional game. It always is. And, they just want to keep control of it, too.
Well, the high schools are 5 miles apart.
Right.
That's why it's a rivalry game. These kids, a lot of them know each other. So on 2nd and 15, it's going to be a fake handoff. And you know what? We're going to throw the ball at JD. A screen pass.
And he bounces
short.
that one.
Had he gotten it to him, there was some room for Shane Sunday to get up the field. That would have been a big gain.
Yeah, and he also had Covington deep with a lot of separation. That was another option. That would have been an easy 6. But I don't think JD saw him.
That's going to turn it into 3rd and 15. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. Clock is stopped off the incompletion. Stranger things have happened. It's not over yet.
Well, it's interesting. You see a lot of these boys, they all got their hands on their hips. They're kneeling. They're tired.
Yeah, they are. It's been a hard-hitting ball game, both sides of the ball. And there's going to be a timeout, Pinnacle. So Coach Brown wants to talk about this.
Well, it's a good timeout. Pinnacle's got 3 of them, so why not use one?
If you get a first down here, it's pretty much done.
I would think so.
If you don't, though, and they get the ball and get a quick score, and they somehow get an onside kick, they could come back and tie this ball game. I've seen teams score 21 points in 2.5, 3 minutes. You got to be very fortuitous.
I just don't think Horizon has that kind of weapon.
No, that kid's got a nice arm, though, Martinelli.
He does. But, what I'm seeing tonight is I think they're using Martinelli a little bit more to throw and Enriquez for the wheels.
But after watching this tonight, they stayed. Would you ever think that you'd say Horizon stayed closer to us than Mountain Point or Perry?
No, not at all.
Who would have predicted that? I mean, really.
They're a good team.
Well, yeah, they are. They're going to win more games than what I think a lot of people think this year. They'll have a chance. 5A,
does it 16 teams that go to the playoffs?
I think so.
16 as well?
Yeah, they've got some tough teams, Centennial being one. And here comes a little bit of a counter to Quentin Powell, and it's not going to get there. We're going to get up to the 20, though. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and a punting situation with 2:08 left.
Timeout, Horizon.
Interesting that the Pioneers, that's the first time I've really seen them kind of stall.
Defense is going to need to make sure they don't get a quick strike, because then we get back in danger zone if that happens. And the punting team, they may go for an all-out block here too. That's the other thing you might see. It's been a long game, hasn't it?
It has. So we're at about 8:45 here in Phoenix time. And folks, make sure you join us not next Friday, next Saturday. So go to the Pinnacle Football website. It's going to direct you to what's going on. I believe it's a 4 o'clock game time start next Saturday, and we will be out in Moore Park.
Tim and I are going to hit the road at 9 a.m. on Friday. Rich is going to go out early and try to catch, Moby Dick.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in some canal somewhere.
Exactly.
So, but no, they J. Sierra Catholic High School. They've got a good team. So, definitely Pinnacle's toughest game all year will be next week.
So J.D. Johnson in the punt. Is Horizon going to come after this? They've only got 5 on the line. Now they're setting up the return. And a low kick away from the.
But it's good. It takes a nice Pinnacle bounce.
It's perfect.
Wow, let it go.
It's a perfect punt to do
No return. Very nice. Very good punt by J.D. Johnson.
Doesn't have to look pretty. It needs to be effective.
And hats off to J.D. He came in as a backup, playing behind Spencer. He really controlled this game. He had a great game. No INTs,
I thought it was great. Yeah, what his mom's, what JD's mom said at halftime. His decision to stay at Pinnacle behind Spencer. He could have gone as a sophomore and probably started as a sophomore
anywhere
for a lot of high schools in this state. Certainly, he'd be starting this year for the vast majority. Outside of Pinnacle, Conover at Chandler. There's some other big name QBs in the state.
But he's setting the stage. He's setting the stage for himself for next year. He'll be the starting quarterback next year for this team.
Well, in U of A, you might see him a Wildcat down the line. They've offered.
Said he likes it down there.
Or people in Colorado listing, he might be a Ram. Who knows? So here comes Martinelli. He's under pressure. He's going to go down. Big Sam.
A nice round 300 on the tackle there. Number 52 for the Pioneers.
Atta baby Sam. He's a funny kid, too.
Yeah.
I know some of these seniors I worked with when they were sophomores, when I coached, and he was so funny. Trying to tape him up before games, he's such a big guy. It's like getting everything covered. It was impossible. 2nd and 12. Martinelli. Good throw. Good
pass
catch.
Complete to number 4. That's Beberness.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Minute 24 down. Again, if they score quickly and recover an onside kick, they're one Hail Mary away from tying this ball game up or going for 2 and winning. So it's not completely over yet, folks. 3rd and 4. Shotgun. And Martinelli is going to have a power formation to the right with twins in the back. And he hands it off. Interesting.
I don't think he got it.
Yeah. Boy, I'm surprised at that call.
Yeah, I don't think he got it.
Pinnacle
so
was waiting
up a
for
4th and short.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Nope.
And the clock's going to continue to wind at 1:06 and counting, excuse me. So we're under 60 seconds now, folks, from putting this one in the books. Martinelli on 4th and 2. Going to go back.
Low snap.
Yeah, and he's going to run it himself.
And he doesn't have it either.
No, he didn't. So the defense holds on the final drive for Horizon, and that's going to do it.
Yeah.
So Pinnacle's going to get out of here with a 14-point lead. How does Arnold know all this stuff? That's exactly what he said we'd win by. How does he know this stuff? I had us by 22. I guess that's the advantage of being a coach, right? So, but great win for Pinnacle, 49-35.
Yeah, 50 seconds left in the game here.
Yeah, you may see Fituros come in. Zach, now they got JD coming back in.
Yeah, he was there the whole game. Let him finish it.
Yeah, agreed. Actually, it's the starting unit's coming back out. So they want to make sure that nothing happens or no fumbles or anything. It's close enough to where you just don't want to take that chance. And JD's going to go in shotgun here. Interesting. And it's the safety formation, basically. So a running back behind him and 2 backs that are split. And he's just going to take a knee, I think, on this. Horizon, did they take their last time out just now?
Yeah, they don't have one.
Oh, they're done.
Yeah, they don't have one. So with the last 3 games, Pinnacle beat Perry 59-33, Mountain Point 56-34, and now Horizon 49-35. So the Huskies have scored the most points, but they gave up 33 points in game 1, 34 and 35.
Yeah, got to reverse that trend.
Yes.
And next week we've got the on paper toughest game of the year on our regular season by going to California with Jay Sarah. Folks, tune into that next week.
Yeah,
it's going to be Saturday at 4 p.m.
And that's the first time Pinnacle has actually played out of state.
Yeah. It's those interstate games, you know, and there's some big ones going on. I know if we can do well in that game, I fully expect us to be in the top 50 or 60 nationwide.
JD takes a knee.
So that's going to do it. 15 seconds and counting. Pinnacle hangs on for a 49-35 game. Credit Horizon, they played a tough game.
So really Pinnacle is now 12-0 on the varsity level against the Horizon Huskies.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive when you think about it for cross-rival schools. Horizon has never beat them on the varsity level.
Been some close games.
Yes.
It really has. So wonderful W, and we will see you folks next week for Rich Piper and Tim Stores and myself, Todd Dixon.
We're all going to be out there next week, folks.
We'll see you in California next week, and a lot of the crazies that are here now, not a lot of the kids are probably going, so a lot of the people tuning in will probably be the crazies section in front of us. So we'll give some shout out to the boys and the girls and, that we see in the stands next week for sure.
So folks, we want to thank you tonight, and I'm going to say goodnight for myself, Todd Dixon. Rich wasn't, the heat was getting to him a little bit, so he called a little bit early tonight. So again, join us next Saturday, 4 o'clock game time, out from J. Sierra out in California around Thousand Oaks. So see you next week.
All right, good night, folks.
As you pick up something, please dispose of your trash and help us keep our facilities clean. Drive carefully, and we'll see you again at our next home game. Go Huskies!